Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
What's going on, people? It's that dude named Dave, and I'm back with TD&D Live. Before we get started here, it's Fridays in the month, but I can't struggle stream. Press a 1 if you can hear me. Press 2 if you can. Let go. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. We getting this party started here, guys. Making a few changes to the show here. But you know, a lot of things happen. Man, the pearly things is heating up. Sarah Garvey dropped a bomb on it. Didn't he? We gonna talk about that a little bit later. What happened just now? Somebody just got released. Somebody just got out of jail. Ooh, boy. Andrew Tate just got released, y'all. What's popping? Let me see what's in the building here. We're gonna get straight into it, guys. I'll talk y'all in a second. Like, he just got released, but I got the video feed here, so we're just gonna go ahead and play and see what's going on here. Let's see here. We got Thomas in the building. What's popping, man? I see you, Thomas. We got Joker in the building. What's popping? Joker's in the building. I got my man Jurgen here. Jurgen, what's going on? Carl. Yes, indeedy. What's popping? Z Whiff is in the building. What's popping, Z? I see you, man. I see you. Okay, y'all can hear me. Jurgen can hear me. Carl can hear me. Yep. Jurgen can hear me. All right. TGIF. I hear you, man. TGIF. Press the like button. Subscribe. Y'all know what to do here. You know, to get down. It's Friday. You know what that means for Fridays? It's Super Chat Fridays and it's Cash App Fridays, especially for the end of the month. So if y'all late on your ties, go ahead and put them on in today. Okay, guys, we're going to get into it. I'm not going to waste too much time here. I got a little bit of time today. So let me just do this here. Let me make some things here, make some adjustments here. Okay. Let me do this here. I'm going to bring the feet up. I see y'all here. Here we go. Let's get it. Now, there's no audio from the feed here, guys. So they out there waiting for him to come out. I figure I will wind the feed just a little bit as we get started here. Let me do this here. I got to kill my music. While we're waiting for this going on here, as you guys may not know, if you do know, I am that dude named Dave. I'm a reaction channel. I'm a live streamer, and I'm out here in these YouTube streets as well as in the Chicagoland area here. I talk about a wide range of variety of topics, whether we're talking about relationships between Black people, Black women, and Black men, relationships, drama, all these things like that whatsoever, right? So, red pill content, not the Black Manosphere content. Yeah, so we just get started, guys. I just started the feed here. We're live. You know, the feed is it's a few minutes behind. Andrew Tate just got released from prison, guys. So I'm bringing up the feed right now to see him being released from jail here. Now, the feed that we got here in Romania has no audio. This is from Sky. This is from Sky Media here. So right now, we're just waiting for him to come out here. You probably may have seen on another feed, but I figure I'll do this right now before we get this party started here. You know what I mean? So likes up in the building, likes up here, you know. So some of y'all may have been, you know, maybe busy at work. Some of y'all could be driving right now. Some of y'all may not be onto your phones being connected. Oh, here we go here. Matter of fact, I'm going to change the screen here. Look like they're coming out here. Whoops. Oh, no, cancel. Let me do that here. Okay, here we go. All right. No, I'm going to blow it up. I'll blow it up and then I'll come back. I'm still here, guys. Okay. We're still here. We're still waiting for him to come out. Okay, it looked like some other people came out. It wasn't him. So we're still waiting on that. You know, what's going on, Drew Bean? How's it going, man? Hit the like button. What's going on, Roderick? Got Roderick in the building here. How you doing, man? How's everybody doing? So we're going to get into it today, guys. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I figure I'll switch up just a little bit here as we start with a little bit of Andrew Tate here. You know what I mean? I'm going to change my screen up here. Let me do it one more time here. It didn't do it. Let me do this one more time. Well, you got to save it. That's why. There we go. Okay. I got it now. So when they come back up, I'll change the screen out here. So how's everybody's doing on their Fridays, man? As you guys know, Andrew Tate has been locked up for quite a bit of time here. You know, he's been in every time that it seemed like that he was going to get released, they kept tacking on like another 30 days. So I figured that it's Friday. We got a ton of things to talk about. We'll get into it, man. But, you know, we just want to see Andrew Tate come out there. You know, if you got any questions, or we're going to bring it up on here on the board here. What's going on, Russ Cuts? Much love to you too, bro. I hear you, man. He's like, fair use, fair use. I see you, Z. I see you, man. Yeah, everybody hit the like button on your way in, guys. Yeah, so talk about a lot of events going on this Friday, guys. This week, it's been a weird week to be a YouTuber. Like now that, you know, like last year I started YouTube and I didn't do the whole full year because I didn't come into the game and then I got monetized. You guys know the whole story. If you've been here, don't want to repeat it. I'll do that another time here. But now that I'm full-time, not full-time, but now we're into like the first full calendar year now. So when something pops off, you know, you got to hit the camera on. You got to get ready to go. You know, everybody going to jump on it. You got to jump on it too. You got to ride that wave, baby. Got to ride that wave. So, man, it's just kind of crazy how when you hop on and then you see stuff happening and we got to go ahead and talk about it. You know what I mean? So that's what we got going on here. Yeah, hit that like button. That's right, Z. Yeah, hit the like button. Monthly memberships are available. Super chats, exactly, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, so like I said, I wish I had audio on this one here. Sky had 2 feeds, and both of them didn't have any audio. So I figured, hey, video's good enough for us here. We can talk it out right now while you guys in the chat here before we get started here. While we're waiting for Andrew Tate to come out here. Man, Sarah Garvey, didn't he drop a bomb on you? He dropped some bombs, didn't he? Lord have mercy, guys. Just when we thought that this purge things, like I thought we hit the peak, you know, you're gonna have people still going in, but we hit catastrophic level, and then it was kind of level set. Man, he's made sure that this conversation is gonna stay on for a little bit longer than normal. Hey man, stop playing with me, man. She was like, well, I'm glad the world stopped spinning around mayonnaise lake, aka Pearl. Hey man, I hear you, man. I hear you. Steve's like, what's good, tribe, chief, and people? Make sure you hit the like button so it won't torture us, okay? Right, Steven? If we get 100 people, we need 100 to show. Plain and simple. That's how we get down here. We just get started. You know, YouTube is shadow banning me. That's why some of y'all don't get notifications and alerts. That's why when I drop videos and people are like, yo, Dave, I ain't seen you in a while, because your boy's in the shadow ban. You know, but we still coming. That's why I keep coming all the time. We here almost every day. We keep going so we can get off the shadow ban. If we ain't gonna get off the shadow ban, y'all find me eventually, because I'm still here. We still kicking. We still getting this grind going, baby. Let me go get something to drink here, people. Hold on. As you guys are wondering, here you guys coming in the building. I'm starting here a little 5 Eastern here time. I start a few minutes early so I can get the stream kicked off here. Andrew Tate getting released from prison, so I figure I'll bring the actual live feeding from Romania. I figure we kick this in and then we'll get the ball started. You know what I mean? So, you know, some of y'all may have been busy and couldn't catch up to this and everything. So I figure I'll give it to y'all first before we get started. What's going on, Blackest Night? Slow people, Dave. In addition to all this, more and more countries are ditching the U.S. dollar. Taste the truth. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. We all good on this Friday, man. We just over here watching this feed of Andrew Tate getting released. You know, I figure I'll bring the feed into you guys, you know. How do y'all feel about this, guys? In the chat here, while we're waiting here. Got a couple things to talk about here, so I figure, you know, we'll have this feed going here. So how do y'all feel about Andrew Tate getting released? Let alone, are you guys aware of what's been going on, and how do you feel about him being detained all of these months with no charges? It's kind of awkward, ain't it? To be detained this long with no charges and now being released. Oh, boy. How y'all feel about that, tribe? How y'all feel about that? Yeah, he does have some polarizing views. He does have some polarizing views as we just getting started here. You know, but does the way he views and the way he talks and the allegations, do they justify what's going on here? Because they have anything, you would figure they would charge him. He'd been arrested. I mean, they detained him, but he wasn't arrested. That's why he's being released right now. Then, like, if I don't watch your live, I'll be watching on the replay. And P.S., I'm so happy you're on, because, man, I already tired of hearing about Trump already. We'll just wait till Tuesday. Yeah, man. Hey, Steven, Trump. Hey, man. All this stuff about Trump, and my man's like, it's still prepping to run for the election, man. He prepping, man. He prepping. He's trying to run it. You know what, though? You got to respect him to some degree. I'm getting arrested, all these charges, and I'm still running for president. Oh, here we go. Here, other news stories, stations, they may release the audio, but I don't have anything right now. So, you know, all we get is interpretation right now. Man, look at Andrew Tate's beard, man. Man, he grew that bad boy out, man. He extra thick. He's showing his black side right now. Hey, yo, him growing that beard out showing his black side, guys. Yes, that's right, Z. Here's the thing. He's being released to house arrest right now. That's the situation. Jew's like, Andrew got treated like he was a full black. Yeah, Jew. Hey, man. Hey, he may be half, like I said, his daddy's black, but he got the full treatment. Hey, y'all gotta know something here. Hey, man, it's the one drop rule. Hey, if you got one drop, and you catch a case, that one drop means you are black, y'all. Hey, man. Joker's like, Trump thugging. Yeah, he's thugging, man. Joker, yeah, he thugging. He catching. Hey, win. His followers are loyal. Hey, Mark. Hey, man, he might win. He still got his same followers, and there's a lot of people who mad at Joe Biden right now. A lot of people mad at Joe Biden right now. You know, Steven's like, when they host their podcast, hey, man, they probably be vague when they do their podcast, but I wouldn't be. But yeah, get your popcorns out. You may not get much, but get your popcorns out when they do get online. I read that Andrew has lung cancer as you. I read that too, but then I saw another account from his actual page saying that he wasn't. So I heard if it was true though, Jew, I think it'd be more, it would be bigger out right now, because it was someone who was saying that it was his lawyer saying that he had lung cancer. But you never heard anything after that ever again. It was like 2 weeks ago, right? I feel like 2 Saturdays ago, or at least 3 Saturdays ago when we got that news. We haven't heard nothing about that since. So I'm just going to think that wasn't real news. I'm just going to assume that, you know, someone's trying to put something out there, you know, maybe he had like a bad medical report and then they took it to the stream here. I can see they're pulling out now. They got the black SUV. You know how it goes. Everybody gets picked up. There's always a black car. It's always a black truck with tinted windows. You know? So they didn't talk to anybody, as you realize. They're trying to get out. You know, the reporters, the media, they're gonna say they're gonna block that way. They're gonna try to get as many shots as possible, guys. Look at that. They can't get through. Look at this. Likes up, guys. Likes up. Man, look at this here. They try to get as many shots as possible. Wow, oh wow. Let me see here. Someone's text messaging me here. So, oh, well, shout out to McCaskill with the $1.80 Cash App. As soon as I was checking my phone here for a text message, my man came in with the $1.80 Cash App, man. Thank you very much. Hey, McCaskill. Salute, man. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate the Cash App, guys. Hey, no donations too small for the cause, guys. Okay, they're pulled away. That's it there. I'll take this off the screen. Okay, guys. Tate's out of jail. Tate is out. I came on, so I wanted to pull that up really fast. Like literally, like that's on a little bit of delay, but that just occurred like less than a half hour ago. So, hey, I'm glad it happened today and not tomorrow. Right, tribe? If this would have happened tomorrow, you know what they would have said? April Fool. He ain't getting out. April Fool. Hey, man. So he's out. I mean, there's not much for us to talk about right now because he's out. He's been released. He's going to go to house arrest. And then now the next ongoing thing is the saga of if there's going to be a trial, a case, whatever the case may be, right? It really sounds like that the Romanian government does have a weak case. But here's the thing, though. All we got is but what's been released right now. I don't know what kind of evidence they have, but I would assume that is very, very weak evidence because if they really had something concrete, it wouldn't be this kind of standoff here and the detainment here. They would have a full-fledged, arrest, charges, the whole nine, the whole Nina. You know what I'm saying? And then the witnesses that are coming forth here, it sounds very, 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 very sketchy. But here's the thing, though. I don't know much right now. Y'all don't know much right now. None of us know much right now. Only people who know the truth is Andrew Tate and his brother, those women who are supposed to be working with prosecutors to get him, and of course, these prosecutors who know that they got a weak case or not. That's the situation right now, so shout out to Andrew Tate. He's out. I can only imagine, like, what kind of game does he play? Does he play the serene game, and just, like I said, you don't want to say much because, you don't want nothing to be held against you in the court of law. But at the same time, though, will he go like Demon Dave, like me, with a red turtleneck on? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Yeah, check that out, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. But let's get into it here. Let's say here, clip is like charges against Trump ultimately at most be a misdemeanor. 35 in the chat. Yeah, the charges in Georgia are much more serious. Yeah, you're right, Clifton. The Georgia charges are the bigger charges. Yeah. Yeah, right. What's going on, Terrence? Yeah, crazy news, man. Mark's like, nothing clears out the block like when black Tahoe show up. Yeah, Mark. Man, it seems like that's the normal routine, right? Let's just go ahead and get the black trucks out, Hey, what's going on, Clark Digital? Hey, I see you, man, in the house. What's going on, man? Ricky in the building. What's popping, man? Larry in the building. What's popping, guys? Yo. I know I'm a little bit earlier than normal. I kicked off a little bit like 5 minutes earlier. And so I know people ain't getting notifications. The shadow ban is out. It's okay, though. We just got to keep going. Just because the shadow ban is going on don't mean that I got to stop. I got to keep going to break through the ban. You know what I mean? They don't want to send my notifications out. It's already bad enough that notifications don't work as good as this. But we just got to deal with it, guys. We don't cry over spilled milk. We don't cry over it. So let's get it going here, guys. What are we talking about today? What are we talking about today outside of Andrew Tate, who just got out of prison? Man, this just pearly things just keeps wrapping up and getting hotter and hotter and hotter every single day there. Right? I honestly thought, let me give you, before I get into the Sarah Garvey situation, before I get to Auntie Jenny getting into the fray now, man, buckshots, buck, strays coming everywhere. Like, people just going down, man. Hey, can we look at this situation now, guys? And look at what we have here. hold on here. And notice that you can tell how a company is run by the leadership at the top, right? You can tell by the company how good the leadership is by seeing who's at the top here. And right now, we're seeing the dysfunction happen right in front of our eyes here. Lord have mercy. Hey, before I move on here, shout out to my man, Reginald Clark, coming in with the $10 cash out, man. Shout out to our Clark brother. Hey, Reginald, brother. Hey, salute. Thank you for the holler, man. Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate you. Like other content creators be showing love, man. Hey, man, let me get into this here. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. People are text messaging. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I just want to get that out the way here. I'm not trying to miss any supers or cash apps. People are texting me here. You can tell this is live. This is live. Hey, what's going on, Vladimir? Happy Friday to you too. Okay, here we go. Jay, what's going on? I got Jay in the building. What's popping, brother? Like I was saying, shout out to Andrew Tate. You know, if you guys missed it, guys, go ahead and rewind the beginning of the stream here. You can see him get released. I just got done showing the live feed. But we're going to move in now to the Just Pearly Things fiasco. We can talk about Andrew Tate probably a little bit later after the fact here, guys. Now, we can tell who has a strong company when you look at leadership at the top. When you look at the leadership at the top, you can see how a company is run right now. And right now, the Just Pearly Thing situation, I mean, this could be a smoke screen. They could probably, who knows what could happen in the next 3 or 4 months, right? This could happen. Everybody's talking about it. It's March 31st now. We're going to April 1st tomorrow. April Fools, y'all. And then next, we get in the heart of summertime. It could be July. And then this could be all over. It could be, because you never know, right? Because let me give y'all a little bit extra information here. And this is how I really thought this situation was going to be. Pearl had her situation with Nick Fuentes. Everybody got mad. You got the one side said she apologized. People said she shouldn't apologize. Then next year, you get all this content coming out. You get other content creators who do rock with her. They're saying their one side. The people who don't agree with those content creators, who don't agree with Pearl, going to say their side here. You get a lot of bickering, infighting going on, names getting called. I said a few things. I ain't going to front. I did. So, you're going to have that going on back and forth, right? Back and forth. But I literally felt like this would go on for about 2 weeks. So literally, we're already like 1 week in. And I thought it'd be like another week, and I don't know if someone would agree with me. This could be the bad advice. I just want to preface that. I was thinking that with Pearl being so much of a content machine, like her channels, plural. Let me put this out here. People always talking about channel. No, she has channels, plural, that drops out multiple content throughout the day, every single day, 7 days a week. I wouldn't be shocked that per channel, there's at least a minimum of 100 pieces of content being dropped a month, at minimum, right? So this is what I was thinking. I could be wrong on a PR thing, but when you have that much content, when you drop in shorts all the time, and the reason why I'm saying is though, because there's been shorts that keep coming up on my feed. I'm like, I'm not watching you, and they just keep popping up and popping up and popping up. So you figure that she just keep dropping the shorts game. She keeps dropping the clips from her live streams. And here's the thing. I'm getting lives. I'm not subscribed to her channel. And I get clips that come into my algorithm that happened like about a month and a half ago when you see it. I was like, God, dizzle. It's just a content pumping machine. So you know what I was thinking? Hey, you got the whole 1 week go through. You went online. You said your apology, even though I didn't agree with it or not. And then she goes dark. She could go dark, no lives. Just don't do no lives for a couple of weeks. You got enough content, let this die down. Let it die down. And then you come back in April or May. That's what I would have done. That's what I thought. I could be wrong. Think of like Dave, some PR guy like Dave, that's a nice idea, but that's bad here. But I'm thinking about how much content is out there and what's going on. What you're waiting for is the next major news cycle to happen so that when you're here, everybody goes to here. Then it moves up. Like here's here, you're here, news cycle comes in, it comes down and that moves up. So then you figured that if you can just, just breathe just for a few weeks, let the new big cycle come in, and then everybody's going to forget about you. Because think about it. We're talking about Trump right now. And you want to know something? It'll be news on Monday or Tuesday, but once he officially says that he's actually in the race where you can see him he's officially said it, but when we start getting hard into the campaign season, when he's like, I am Donald Trump and I approve this message, it don't matter. Who cares about the chart? It don't matter. He's still going to keep moving. He's still running. The audacity and the balls of this man. You know what I mean? But it's a new news cycle. So with Trump coming in, even though we're YouTubers, Trump could dominate the news cycle in a couple of days. Then I add the fact that look what just happened just now. Andrew Tate got released from prison, from Romanian jail, whatever the circumstances of what his conditions were. Prison, jail, I don't know. I don't know Romania like that. Like, this is the type of scenario right now that if you're on the Pearl staff, you say to yourself, yo, Andrew Tate's got released. This is our moment here. If he can just dominate the headlines, and he will not only dominate YouTube, he's going to dominate pop culture. Because he is also part of that vacuum that got elevated once the dear, late, great Kevin Samuels passed away last year on May 5th of 2022. RIP to Kevin Samuels. He was part of that vacuum. So if you are part of the Pearly management team, if you are part of the, anything integration-wise, you're part of the management team, the crisis team, whatever they got going on over there right now, today would have been the days like, yo, we got our link here. We can get through this. But what happened, y'all? What happened yesterday? God dizzle. Your number one ace, the person in your apology video. Remember, guys, Pearl said in her apology video on Sunday, remember that dropped on Sunday. I was live streaming on Sunday when that video dropped, when she dropped that apology. She even said in her apology video, maybe, now I'm paraphrasing, I'm quoting paraphrasing, but she said maybe, just maybe, for that Nick Fuentes interview, I should have had somebody on my team like a Sarah Garvey, somebody who's more knowledgeable, somebody that could push back. See, she didn't name any other names, but she made sure that if I should have brought somebody on in her apology, and she mentioned that man's name, I should have brought him on. I messed up, right? So what happens when your own apology, you state the person who's got your back and who you should have leaned on so this wouldn't have happened, but the person you're supposed to lean on says, I'm good, get me the hell out of Dodge. And on top of that too, you a colonizer. You are doing the same things that I've been trying to explain to you is the problem right now. Oh, I'm done with you. I denounce you, Pearl. Ooh, that's what happened, y'all. That's what happened. We're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it. But you know what, though? Sarah Garvey wasn't the only one who was mad at Pearl. Oh, other content creators are coming out now because not only are they're saying like, yo, Pearl, I mean, she needs her panel. Like, she needs her people around her. That's what they're saying. It's like she can't do it alone. That's why she went out and worked with collaborations and seeked out certain people. She can't do it alone. That's what they're saying. That's exactly what they're saying. Right? She can't do it alone. What happens when you got other content creators saying, you stealing my stuff? Hold on, man. Stop. I don't think y'all hear me on this one here. Hey, hold on, man. Before I keep going here, shout out to my man Thomas Dotson with the $2 cash app coming in here, man. You got any comments? Hey, no questions or comments. Just here for straight up love of the gang. Hey, Thomas, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holler, man. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to keep looking at these cash apps and get to y'all supers too, man, for the day here, for the show. Thank you, man. Thanks for blessing me. Guys. Reginald, McCaskill, and Thomas in the cash app game here showing love. Thank you, brother. Matter of fact, like I said, all of them, no questions or comments, straight love of the gang. Straight love of the gang. Back at it now. What happens, guys, when you're in a crisis? You're dealing with a situation here, and your main ace, so many words, your right hand, like Dre said, you're my right hand. You're about to show me everything about you. Hey, I won't do no Dre. But you get, you're my right hand. You know what I'm saying? When your right hand says, bye-bye, bye-bye. And then you got other content creators saying, I didn't want to say nothing because it looked like I'm hating. But now that the cat's out of the bag, I gotta say something too. You know, something's like bare contention in the manosphere. Oh yeah, I'm glad I already gave him my resignation. The red pill content will keep coming on, but you ain't gonna hear me saying that dude named Dave, black manosphere. No, I'm just TD&D, y'all. Just TD&D, riding the building. What's going on? So check this out, guys. We'll get to Sarah Garvey in a second. Did you guys know in the chat? Press a 1 if you knew about this. Press a 2 if you didn't. The channel is complicated. Based out in Las Vegas. Got a dope channel. I reacted to him a few times last year. Did you guys know that It's Complicated is mad at Pearly too? 1 if you did know. 2 if you didn't. Did you guys know that It's Complicated got beef with Pearl? Oh, wait a second. I'm going to see what the chat going to say here. 1 if you knew, 2 if you didn't. One if you knew, 2 if you didn't. Enlighten knew. Roger Joker. Oh, you didn't know? Okay. Derek didn't know? Okay. Mark didn't know? Okay. Okay, Carl. Hey. All right. Check this out. Check this out, guys. It's Complicated is not known for beef. He is a great interviewer. He works the Vegas streets, the strip, interviews gangs of women, has questions, has follow-up questions, able to navigate anything that a modern woman will say on the strip there. They'll be trying to be smart. They'll try to be witty, but he has like 5 questions already in the chamber for whatever it is. And if they try to go left field, say, oh, I'm actually like this, he's ready for you. Oh, yeah, but this, and this, and here, right? You know what I mean? So he knows. He knows his business. He's a good content creator. You know, I got to hit him up too, because if I go to Vegas, I'm like, yo, man, let's collaborate. I'll be out on the weekend. And then when I did react to one of his videos, he hit me up and said, hey, man, nice. Thank you for reacting to my video. Good video. So I got to hit him up. But check it out, though, right? Let me go ahead. I'm going to pull the video up here. And I want you guys to see it for yourself. I didn't make this video. Another person didn't make this video. This video was made by It's Complicated. He made this video. I'm not trying to start. I'm not starting no beats like Dave being messy. I'm not. He made this video yesterday. Real quick and to the point. Let me pull it up here, guys. All right, so this video came yesterday from It's Complicated, from his own page itself. He made this video. He edited this video. Everything that's in here is from It's Complicated. Y'all, it's a short video. Y'all got it now. Let's get to it.
Men to feel entitled to being protected and provided for, but it is wrong for men to feel entitled to sex and intimacy.
Why is it okay for a woman to feel entitled to be protected and provided for, but it's wrong for a man to feel entitled to sex and intimacy?
Why are the
Didn't that sound like the exact same question? Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
There are some women who shame men for being horny when testosterone is a male hormone.
Why must men put up with female hormones being emotional and crazy, but women can't put up with male hormones being horny?
When someone commits a crime, do you blame the criminal or do you blame society?
When somebody commits a crime, do we blame the criminal or do we blame society?
Well, if a woman is attacked in public and a man is attacked in public, who do you think is more likely to be rescued?
If a woman and a man are attacked in public, who is more likely to be rescued?
When was the last time you apologized?
What was the last thing that you apologized for?
Do women have a right to be afraid of men when 80% of all violent crime is done by men?
Do women have a right to be afraid of men when 80% of violent crime is done by men?
Hey.
How is that different than fearing certain races based on statistical data?
How is that different than fearing certain races because of statistical data?
Wait. I'm okay. Hey. We're going to let it play some more, guys. Wait, I just want to pause that here. That was like 4 or 5 questions in a row. Guys, wasn't these questions being read verbatim, word for word? Hey, hey, guys. Z's like, unfair use. I'm going to get y'all some business in a second. Yo, I'm going to play some more. This is crazy, right? I didn't edit this video. It's Complicated made this video. He wanted y'all to see this here.
Why is it okay for women to be sexist but not racist?
Why do you think it's okay for women to be sexist but not racist?
Wow.
Why is it when a man cheats, he's a cheater, but when a woman cheats, it's because she's not satisfied?
Why is it that when a man cheats, he's a cheater, but when a woman cheats, she's not satisfied in the relationship?
Who takes more accountability, men or women, and why?
Women.
Who takes more accountability, men or women?
Men.
Why is male sexuality so stigmatized?
Why do you think male sexuality is so stigmatized?
So if a guy cheats, can he blame society?
And so if a guy cheats, can he blame society?
Would you agree that the best means of physical protection in our society would either be owning a gun or calling the police?
What is a better form of protection? Owning a gun or calling the police?
Why do you think that men are still expected to be protectors when a woman is just as capable of calling the police or firing a gun as a man?
Why are men expected to be protectors when women are just as capable of firing a gun or calling the police?
Would you trust a female cop to stop a sexual assault?
Would you trust a female cop to stop a sexual assault? Also, I want to give credit where credit's due. A lot of these questions are from It's Complicated channel. You guys should go follow him.
Oh, I love that
Yeah,
channel.
yeah. So a lot of these, he's very good at what he does. I steal them from him. I did get a lot of these questions from the It's Complicated channel. Literally, this man has the best questions and the best content. So if you want to give him a follow, please do so. Or wait, I'm on YouTube. Subscribe, please do so. Because I want to give credit where credit is due.
Okay, guys. I might got to play that again. But let's level set here. I know she said at the end, when he added that in there, that she's got those questions from him. The problem that we have here is she took in all these questions and she is reading them verbatim, word by word. She didn't even take the questions and then reword it to make the questions her own. Like, how do you do, like, just completely swiped it off, wrote it down, put it on your tablet, and now you're reading them verbatim here for your show. Like, you can't take one of these questions like, who has it harder, men or women? Right? And you can't just reword that question like, okay, guys, when we're dealing in 2023 here, who do you think has it easier? Who has it harder? Do you think that black men have it easier, or does black women have it easier? And why do you feel this way? Find a way to put the question into yours and make it your own, not word by word, verbatim, taking the question and reading off here. And here's the thing, right? If it was just 1 or 2 questions that you took, oh, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal if you took 1 or 2 questions. That's nothing. Everybody on YouTube takes from somebody, right? Everybody bites. That's the only way you get good, because you got to start somewhere and you don't have your own style right away. So you're going to go ahead and take from this person here and take from this person here and take from this person here. I admit when I first got started, I took from a lot of other podcasters. I'll say first and foremost, right? I was trying to find my way in Poor Man's Podcast. I liked him. It's like in the beginning, my first 10, 15 videos, you could tell like, yo, he mimics Poor Man's Podcast. But I was doing that to find my own. And when I started getting comfortable, I started talking and feeling my own skin. Then I stopped saying the things that he would say or little catchphrases or things like he would do, because now it's like, okay, I'm comfortable now. I can say things how that dude would say it. What's going on, Eric? I can say it like that. But you take someone else's content, and what he does for a living is ask questions and interview. That is what It's Complicated channel's about. Not just about these women who are crazy and delusional in Vegas, but his approaches, these questions, the ones that he came up, what he wrote down. And then from those questions, he builds follow-up questions because he knows his audience. He knows how they're going to react to. So from those main questions, he builds and drives follow-up questions and how he goes and interviews people on the strip to get the content he needs. So if that is his channel, interviewing and asking questions, and you are taking the exact wording of his questions and applying it to your podcast, you're just plain up stealing, guys. Straight stealing. Once again, we all borrow from everybody here on YouTube. But when you take things verbatim, like this is on the same lines. Of course, I don't know. I haven't done the homework to go ahead and listen to every single question that she may have asked and then go look at It's Complicated page and find more questions. But this is on the same lines as when we have content creators that'll take Kevin Samuels' content and won't add any commentary to it. They'll just rip the content, won't even react to it. Just probably add a border on there. You know what I'm saying? They may do a couple of jump cuts in the editing, but it is the exact same thing if they just ripped it from his channel and basically is putting it back up. Straight up stealing. I'm saying I'm putting that on the same thing here because those content creators who don't add any value to the video, they don't add their own wording. We don't know how their viewpoints are. If they agree with Mr. Samuels or they disagree with Mr. Samuels, they're just taking the content and using it as their own. Hence what Pearl's doing here right now. She is taking these questions, not switching it up, not changing it, not making it so it talks to her own here, just ripping it and asking these same questions here to use for dialogue for her hours-long show here. Don't get mad at me, guys. I would not have shown this if It's Complicated to not make this video, chop it up, and put it out there yesterday. So you know what I'm going to say here? Shout This Complicated. I got mad love for you. You're a damn good channel. And I'll be in Vegas in 3 weeks. I'm going to shoot you a message. We can get together, man. Let's see if I can do something if it works out in time. But on that note, I would not just take his content and drip it completely. Make it your own, guys. Even if you're reacting to videos, make it your own. Fair use, people. Fair use. Oh, man. Man, guys, I just have to get into that here, man. Ooh, boy, what y'all saying? I'm gonna get to those supers here in a second here, man. Let me do this. Let me go to the comments. I'm gonna get to y'all supers here. Let's see here. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. Off topic. Who you got, Dave? Come on, man. It's Tank. Come on, come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. That's an easy one. Ryan getting smoked, man. All you gotta do is go on Instagram or go on YouTube. He released a video yesterday showing his hand speed and stuff like that and how fast he is and trying to showcase his hook. And I got to tell you guys, it was one of the worst. Like when you look at his technique, some of the worst things I've seen. And just seeing that, I'm like, this guy is freaking food. Like when he throws his hook, one thing he does when you see the video, he brings his arms down and he immediately lifts his heads up. So if all you got to do is time him so that when you know he's going to throw us, it doesn't matter if it's a right hook or a left hook or maybe a right cross. When he throws those power punches, he dips his arms down and he lifts up. It's very fast. And then on top of that too, when he throws his punches, he doesn't drive from the hips. He actually picks his feet off the ground. So when he's throwing his hooks, he actually lifts a little bit. So he's not even generating the same amount of power that he should be. Hey, don't get me started, Jeffrey. Don't get me started, Jeffrey. Hey, man, don't get me started. So that video alone showed me he's getting knocked out. Let's get to these supers, man. Shout out to my man Rod in the building. He's here with the first. The cash apps came in first. He's in with the first super in the game with the $1.99. The $2 holla says Milli Vanilli. Hey, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holler, man. Other content creators be showing love. Hey, Rod, is it like this? Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. Hey, who remember Milli Vanilli, y'all? Hey, man. Hey, Milli Vanilli was popping when I was in 4th grade. That's how old Milli Vanilli goes back. They were popping when I was in 4th grade. I remember that vividly, man. Shout out to Milli Vanilli. I think they're both gone, man. I think they both died, man. Rest in peace to those brothers, man. Rest in peace to Milli Vanilli. Hey, shout out to my man Mark with the $2 holla. Says, call her Pearly Carlos Mencina. Thanks. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark, man. You have to go there, huh? Hey, Mark. Salud, man. Thank you for the holler. Hey, man, I was watching some videos recently about Carlos Mencina, man, and how I knew that he was still in jokes, but of course, I started going through that YouTube rabbit hole. I saw one video and I started going down and everything, and how he was just a joke stealer and how he couldn't stay consistent. You knew his ass was lying. Yeah, man. Hey, I hope he stacked his coin and made a lot of money when he was on and popping, because he ain't never going to win the whole comedy circuit, knows you're stealing, and they don't rock with you. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Thank you for the holler, Mark. Thank you for the holler. Shout out to my man Judas Line in the building with the $20 holla, turning the chat orange here. Brother, he's the leading vote getter here right now. He leading the way here. Judas Line is the sponsor of today's show. That could change. We're going to be here for a few more hours, but for right now, he's leading the charge. What you got here? What up, Dave? Pearly is colonizing content from multiple channels, especially KS. This is complicated channel. Need to sue her for copyright infringement. Damn, Judah came in with the heat. Feel the fire come through the screen. Hey, Judah. Hey, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holla. First things first here. Thank you for dropping this orange piece. Hey, guys, like I said, Super Chat Fridays and Cash App Fridays, man. No fee is too big or too small, but whatever y'all get is much appreciated. But here's the thing that I do need: likes up. Make sure you click on that like button. That's the most important thing. Judah, I hear what you're saying. He ain't gonna sue. It's complicated. Basically, drop that video, be like, hey, Pearl, since everybody's on your head, I'm doing this now so that you can stop using my damn questions. That's what that was. That was like a shot above the bow. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bow. You know what I'm saying? He you know, it wasn't meant to, you know, like take her out. It wasn't meant to delete her. No. It was the video's on like 2.5 minutes long. So it's like over the shoulder, like, and it's like, hey, look what I just did here. I got more receipts. Stop taking my questions. That's what that was, guys. That's what that was. That was okay. Because think about it. If this happens sooner, what's going to happen? People going to say, oh, it's complicated. It's hating. Oh, it's complicated. He over here being stingy. You know, yeah, they're questions, but Pearl's grinding. And since Pearl's grinding, he got to respect the hustle. Nah, he sat down. He wrote these questions down. He curated them. He went out in the streets, and then he asked them to people, and then curated some more so that he has a foolproof system when he goes to this channel and he runs the streets here. And how would you feel that when you work so hard to build your content, as far as for him asking questions, and here comes somebody else here, just takes your exact same questions, damn good questions, and be like, all right, you know, yeah, that was a shot over the bow. It's like, hey, look, bow, look. There's only 2.5 minutes here. I'm not a mean guy. I'm not a bad guy, Judas Line. But here's the thing here. I'm tired of you taking my stuff. Get your own questions. That's what that was, guys. 2.5 minutes. Gotta get your point across. You know? Ain't no hate on this complicated. It's just like, stop taking my stuff. Good that you sourced me and you shouted me out. How about you put some work into it to make it your own? Hey, man. Shout out to Z Whiff here. He coming in with the $9.99, $10 holla, turning yellow. What's going on, brother? Z Whiff, man. And if it's complicated, made this clip and heard them doing that, it's complicated channel. It's not okay with her doing that, whether or not she shouts them out. Yeah, you're right, brother. You're right, man. Hey, man. Salud. Thank you for the holla, Z. Exactly. She did the bare minimum. This is from It's Complicated. I got this from your shots. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's cool. If you know what I do, guys, when I give you some examples or I have a story, I'll admit I could be watching another content creator and they may have triggered the thought. But what I do, I always say, I was watching such and such today that triggered me to bring this to you today. Like, man, I was watching Anton earlier today. Oh my God. I ain't throwing no shots at Anton. I just wasn't feeling his stream today. I ain't gonna go into it today. I ain't gonna do that. you know. But there'll been times I was like, okay, I saw Anton stream here, and he triggered me to say this here. And there might be a few lines that I may take, like the thought. But then after that, though, it's like, okay, that's a good thought. Then I would turn that into my own monologue. I would take that into my own points of how I'm looking at what these situations here. You know, so let me see here. Scroll back up. I'm missing some things. Yeah, so the fact that she didn't make it her own, that's the issue that I got here. Make things your own, guys. Make things your own. Thank you, Z-Whiff. And shout out to my man Eric Jordan in the building with the $5 holla. Turn the chat green here saying, they released my boy Andrew Tate. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Hey, Eric is on house arrest now. Hey, brother. Hey. Salud. Thank you for the holla. Hey, Eric, depending on how far he lives from that prison or that judge's been detained for the last couple of months, he could be in his bed right now chilling. He home right now. So the question is going to be, what's going to be next for him? Is he going to take a few days off? Is he going to start streaming this weekend? I don't know about you guys, but if he pops up this weekend and says something, hey, man, if it's going to be something out there, everybody going to be jumping on that, man. Everybody going to be jumping on that. Thank you for the holla, bro. Thank you for the holla. Hey, let me see. Let me look down here. Just get to these comments here. 6-round KO, tank that dude. 6, I can see 6. I'm thinking 4 or 5, man. But you want to know something, Jeff? I'm in the building. I'm going to watch that bad boy live. I got tickets. Like I said, I know I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm in the building. Guys, when I go to Vegas for a fight, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. So if it goes down the 6th round, I'm going to see him go down the 6th round. Derek's like, that's my jam. I got that on CD. Until they got exposed to being fakes this time. Yeah, that fight made me think of Sugar Ray and Hagler. Okay, Vince. Carl's like, I'm in love with 2 girls. Y'all go into the comment section. Okay. You know, she's still like Gallagher's brother. Hey, Mark, why you do that? Mark, why you do that to me, man? Yo, Mark. Yo, Mark, why you do that, man? Yo, man. Hold on. I didn't pull the wrong one up. This one here. Gallagher's brother. Mark's a Dave Chappelle fan. Hey, man. Mark's a Dave Chappelle fan. Gallagher, too? You want to see me break some fruit? I'm crazy, Mark. I'm crazy. Hey, man, stop that, Mark. Why'd you do that to me, man? Hey, Mark, why'd you do that to me, man? Mark, why'd you do that to me, man? Hold on. Gallagher, too. You want to see me destroy some fruit? Hey, man, I need to watch Dave Chappelle tonight, man. Yo, man, I'm crazy. I appreciate you, Mark. I appreciate you, man. I don't know if anybody caught that before, but I'm just getting caught in the chat here. Rod said that was his version of sending in Pearl a cease and desist notice. Exactly, Rod. Exactly. Because that's on wax now. He made it on his channel, 3 minutes long. That's on wax now. Look, this ain't beef. These are facts. I'll grill this up and chew it out here. You're stealing from it. Stop. Why do y'all like that digital pimp so much? Oh, Lord have mercy. I ain't going to answer that question to you. Someone coming in and talking crazy here. All right, Derek's like, skate. Yeah, yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. So let's move on here. I wanted to showcase that part here. I got a couple of things, like quick hitters that I wanted to get through, right? So I wanted to show that it's complicated, right? There's no skirting around that. The video says it for itself. She just ripped the questions word for word. So just kind of curious how her show goes forward here regarding asking questions. If she continues, here's the thing I want to know. Knowing this video and knowing that if I'm seeing this, her team sees this as well, and she's been on It's Complicated channel before when she's been to Vegas, that if they stop using any new questions going forward, but I'm kind of curious, like any of the older questions that they used before, will they continue to use that again? Or will she just reword those and make her own? That's what I want to find out. Because she ain't going nowhere, guys. Not yet. So if she continues to ask questions, will she use the same questions? Will she reword these questions? Or when it's complicated, starts dropping new videos, will she still watch them and just rip those questions word for word? Only time will tell, guys. Only time will tell. Okay, guys, let's move forward here. Let's get into it. I changed the thumbnail when Andrew Tate got out. So the thumbnail got changed, but you guys still see the title here regarding Sarah Garvey. Oh my God. Sarah came yesterday with the hammer. He came with the power of Thor with that one. And you know what though? This video has divided black YouTube even more. This video dropped here, and everybody, the people supporting him, like, yeah, I'm glad you're sticking to your principles. And then a lot of people say, nah, man, I don't respect it because if you rock with her then, how come you ain't rocking with her now? Like, I'm seeing both sides of the coin, right? Here's what's funny about this video from Sal Rada he dropped yesterday. I am not subscribed to his channel. The 3070 man damn Z. Right, we're going to talk about that. I'm not subscribed to his channel. Right? I may have watched some content from his channel maybe over a year ago. Right? But for some reason, this one got into my damn feed. YouTube ain't slick. YouTube ain't slick. I ain't seen a video from Sarah and I probably have sat down and watched. I don't watch Pearly like that. I'll let you know, like I like when I see him on her channel and you see the clips, and you see the shorts. I like what he says, in short moments, but it's not like somebody who I follow. Like I subscribe and I went down the rabbit hole and went through so many of his videos. Like, oh man, the dude, this is not even no disrespect. I'm just trying to inform my channel. And I can't watch everybody. You can't keep up with everybody. Because if you watch everybody, then how can you really be your own man in YouTube? Because if you watch too many people, what happens is that you're going to start regurgitating what they're saying as well. So knowing that here, I can't go ahead and watch everybody. But I said like the last time I've watched him, maybe like August of last year, on his own channel. So out of nowhere here's this video right in my feed here. And here's the funny thing. It wasn't like I was scrolling forever and ever and ever. And I'm going to, I probably scroll like 200 videos. And here he is. I probably scrolled to like about 20 videos. I had did a refreshing and this one and boom, right there. And so here's the thing that I want to ask to the tribe here. We're going to get into it here. Can somebody be disingenuous and true at the same time? And if so, can you rock with the information that the person's giving you? Can somebody, what I heard on the one side, can somebody be bitter and still giving the facts at the same time? Right? I'm asking that question for the people who ain't rocking with this video here. Right? There's people who ain't rocking with him right now. They mad at him. I was watching Anton stream earlier. They mad at him. And I got to call a spade here, Anton. I know. Anton, I got to call this out here. I'm going to say this here. Anton always says that when he does his reactions, he doesn't watch, he blind reacts because he want to give you a true reaction. I'm calling cap on you today on that, Anton. You know why? Because when I started watching you, and I just want to see, the position you was going to take in this video. Not for my own talking points, just curious. And you said it was a blind reaction. You sent it and you want to be real. Now, we're going to react to this video here. The issue that I have with Anton is that he said he blind reacts. Now, there's going to be a part in the video, guys. I admit, I watched it one time and one time only. I stopped. I said, I got to do this. I got to do this on Friday. There's a part of the video that, of course, you see Z would talk about percentages, 70-30, right? And that's about like halfway through the video. When he was reacting to the video, we couldn't have been no more about 2 or 3 minutes in when he was talking about percentages. And then I saw a little switch there, and then he stopped talking about it. You know why I don't blind react? 2 reasons. Because if I blind react, and then if I say something a certain way, I might spill the fact that I'm not blind reacting. It's a lie. Like, I'm blind reacting, guys, and not give you some good content. When in actuality, I saw it, right? So I don't want to get into a video and I say I blind reacted, but then I'm commenting something that's going to happen 4 or 5 minutes later. So that's one issue. That's one. Number two, you said he was going to keep an even keel, but you did show your bias. And I was seeing that. And then number three, when you talk about the percentages, you caught yourself for a second, and I read body language. So if I have an issue with Anton, brother, you didn't blind react. And if you did, you're not doing a good job of selling it today. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Anton's going to rock how he's going to rock. He got his Millionaire Morning Show. He got the Lapeef. Never he's going to do it. If I'm going to pick something what Anton did today, is the fact that he said something and I cut it off. I sent Theo the text message. I'm not going in and calling him words or things of that nature. I'm just calling something out like, yo, you said you blind reacted, but I can tell you watched that video. That's my issue. That's my issue. And if you say, nah, Dave, that's not the case, well, then your body language says differently. And then if I'm wrong, just go ahead and watch the first part of the reaction here when he's going into it. And then you'll see that part where we start talking about percentages even way before that part of the video comes up. That's my issue with that. When people say they blind reacting, you're not blind reacting. You know what you're going to say. You know, I mean, just be honest about it. You know, you ain't gonna, because I'm a type of person, like if you say that and then it's so small. It's such a small thing. It's nothing to, it's not a part of content creating where that, you know, you got anything to gain with that. I'm like, you can say you skimmed through it, but don't say you said something and then it looked like you didn't. And let's say you didn't do a good job of selling it. That's just my issue for today with Anton. But what we're going to do is talk about, say, can somebody be disingenuous and be true at the same time? Or do people really think that he is hot and mad? Or does he really feel some type of way? Or is he someone that says, hey, look, I gotta get off this damn bus. Hey, because let's keep it a buck here. YouTube is content creation, is media, low-key Hollywood, you know, whatever the case may be. Isn't Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan best friends? And everything that Jonathan Majors got going on right now, where's Michael B. Jordan? Hey, man. Plain and simple. When we get to the video, for everybody that want to say, well, he was with her then, he's not rocking with her now, he shouldn't do this, some fake stuff. That's the game. If you F up, I can't stand next to you. Especially if there's something that people are going to be divided over race, racism, bigotry, prejudice, these things whatsoever, right? If you mess up, you drop the big ball bag here, you're going to be up in here, right? You're going to be all of the mentions. You're going to be trending. You're going viral. And if it has something to do with race, hey, I don't care who the hell you are. I don't care how rich you are. The game is, nah, homie, you got to handle your business, and I'm staying arm's length away here. So for anybody that's mad that's saying that, oh, they was rocking with Pearl in the pan, they ain't rocking with her now, where are y'all when Michael B. Jordan's been doing the same damn thing right now? Jonathan Majors said when he has major problems, he calls Michael B. That's his main man, that's his best friend. When they got issues, that's the homie. And Michael B ain't nowhere to be found. So for all y'all cats that saying that, yo, Sarah should have been there, he shouldn't jump off ship or anybody else, nah, that's just the game. If I got something to lose by being associated with you, damn that, Gina, you ain't gonna mess up my pocketbooks. You can call it fake, you can call it real, but in this game of media, you're only as good as how you're good to me, unfortunately, right? And so if you do some effed up things, I can't do it because people are gonna put you there as guilty by association. That's right, Frank, you gotta protect your brand. Now, you can say I'm protecting my friend, but more people are gonna be saying that means you protecting your friend means that you're protecting what he stands for. So you can't get mad at people that saying that, nah, dog, you ain't messing up my bag. You ain't messing up my bag. You can't get mad at people for that because this happens every single day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube. It doesn't matter if it's Hollywood. Hey, how many times we see when people are married in our families and a person splits up and people take sides and you see the guy, he's out alone. Uncle Mike's alone. Everybody is rocking with Aunt Lynn. Oh my God, Aunt Lynn is being so strong. Uncle Mike got thrown to the cold. You can't even talk to Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike's a dog. You know what I'm saying? People chose sides, even though you don't have the full story. People do that in all walks of life, no matter the situation. You F up, someone's gonna pick a side. And you know what though? The side that's the cleanest, they're gonna go with that. Or I just gotta walk away from you completely. You gotta handle this on your own. You can't get mad as someone said that they're on the panel. And let's say that friends, like, I'll just use MTR for example. He was on the panel. And then all of a sudden he's like, "No, I can't do it now." Now it's like, "Oh, he's being fake. He's being whatever." Nah, he's protecting his brand. And you know what? When you get in a situation like that, you're going to do the exact same thing too. Unless it is your daughter, your son, or your wife or your husband that is so connected to you that you're not going to break that bond. But if it's just a friend or an associate, hell, your cousin, nah, sorry, cuz you got to handle that on your own. Hey, sorry, Mike, you got to handle that on your own. I got to protect myself here. I got a brand. And here's the thing here, right? I'll be here in the background. I just can't be in the front with you here. What's the point if, even though you could be innocent, you could be right? What happens if all it takes is someone to put out some good stuff out there and you're already guilty before it happens, even though you're not guilty? I'm got to rock with that guilty too. So you can't get mad at the situation here. People are like, "Oh, he jumping ship, he fake." That's the game, unfortunately. And when it comes to your job and your money, you all gonna act that way. And if you're not, only time you rock with somebody because they're that tight that you can't break that bond. That's just what it is. But that is very, very minor. That's your blood. And even your blood, you're going to walk away from. Mark's like, "Yeah, Dave, but domestic violence is something to avoid, like a disease in this environment." I know, Mark. I'm just using an example, though. DV, right? Here's the thing, though, Mark. DV and racism. Those are the worst two things that a person could have right now. I say they're almost equal. If you're DV, you're labeled someone who put hands on somebody. You're going to get canceled if it's true. If you the R word, that means that you just hate a whole subset of people and you think you're superior, and also you think that they're less than. You're going to lose a whole subset of people as well. You see the balance there of what you gain and what you lose by those labels. So let's get to the video, guys. Let's get to it. I'm going to bring it up right now. Let's see here. Nope, not that one. Nope. Here we go. We got it now. Okay, guys. Same with Kyrie and the Nets. Management didn't really care due to their slow response, but realized they had to protect the brand. Rob's like, Boosie did the same thing to the T.I. They collaborated on the album, and Boosie said he not releasing it because T.I. is snitch. Hey, Rob, facts. You know what the problem I have with Boosie, though? He didn't have a conversation with T.I. I think if you're going to do this here, at least have a conversation. Don't just run into the dark and then drop a video or run to the interview, stuff like that. I think that if you really rock with somebody in the past and then you're breaking ship because they did something here, you got to have that conversation. I think so. Even if the conversation is going to be contentious, even if it's going to be hostile. Hey, look, I got to go. Wait, no, hey, you know the game. I can't be here for this. You on your own. It's got to be that conversation. And I'm making a video so people know my position too. You grown. Since you grown, you got to understand that grown people got to do what grown people got to do. Right? What's going on, CF? So that's the game here, guys. You can't get mad. I can understand if you say, "I'm a man of principles and I would never do that." Yeah, okay. When the situation happens to you, I want to see that if the situation happens to you, and if it's going to be tied to your YouTube career or your acting career or your job, your life is dependent upon it. Let's see where you rock. Unless you're just super duper rich and then money's no longer an issue, you don't care. That's a whole different gambit. But even then, though, that's gonna limit your ability to make even more money in the future to collaborate, because everybody's gonna think that you represent this type of brand and this style. So let's get into it, guys. Some of y'all may have seen this whole video. Some of y'all may not. So probably y'all probably seen clips. But we're gonna play the whole thing through, and I want to see what you guys think about this here. Let's go.
Before we even get started,
Tell him.
if you have watched 2 or more of our videos and you have not subscribed, then we have what, pal?
Beef.
What do we have?
Beef.
Exactly. So you better get doing that right now. Before we even get started, all right? If you have watched 2 or more of our videos and you have not subscribed,
Tell him.
then we have what, pal?
Beef.
What have we got?
Beef.
Exactly. So you better get doing that right now. Over to you, pal.
Okay, before we get started here, right? I remember when I first heard that, when I saw their channel a while back here, I gotta say, they should have redid that take a few more times. Because damn, Pearl put the extra mayonnaise on that beef. Beef? Hey, man, I don't know how many takes that was, but they need to take that. They need to do more takes on that when they were still cool, because that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I forgot I had watched that about a year ago when I first started checking out the videos. Yeah, that was bad. After 2 videos, we got beef. Right, Jay? That's some unseasoned beef. That's that bland. Not even no salt, no pepper. Hey, guys. More like ground turkey. I don't take it serious, says Jay. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. That's what it is, baby. That's what it is. Let's get into it now.
Making this video today that I didn't initially want to make, but there comes a time when we're all at a crossroad and have to make a decision. And sometimes that decision can affect you morally, it can affect you spiritually, and it can affect you financially. But it's a decision that we can't shy away from. Now, recently, Just Pearly Things has been...
Wait, before he gets into it, I don't do the fair use thing. Always feels like fair use. But guys, don't crack any jokes that me and him are dressed alike. I just happened to put on my black turtleneck today. All right, I did the red turtleneck when I had beef earlier in the week. Don't come for me later saying, look at Dave rocking with Sarah. They even dressed alike. All he missing is a gold damn chain. Look at you, Dave. You rocking them UK brothers. Look at you. You down for the car. Look at you, Dave. Yeah, you know you being biased. Hey, man, if I had remembered that this dude was rocking a black turtleneck in this video here, I would have grabbed a different turtleneck. You see the different colors? I got orange, I got red, I got white, I got black, I got blue, I got beige, I got grays, I got every color. I just didn't realize that. I forgot. I grabbed the black one today. Okay, so don't get mad at me or try to call me out about the turtleneck game. Okay, all right, y'all know my turtlenecks, and I don't see my turtlenecks all the time. All right, so before y'all come for me, just know that y'all see I got multiple black. Man, I got like 5 black turtlenecks here. So don't get mad at me, man. All right, and it's no turtleneck beef here. He can rock his. He can rock the turtleneck. All right, I ain't the only one here who can do turtlenecks here. Okay, guys, let's continue.
Has been caught up in some controversy. Why? She has interviewed avid racist and known racist Nick Fuentes. He is also an anti-Semite. What did Pearl do when she interviewed him? What she done was that she laughed with him and seems to agree with a lot of his points.
Talk about instances of like when they initially freed the slaves, there were some slaves that felt so indebted to their owners that they would travel across states to pay them back, and they actually had a really good relationship with them.
Now, if she had said some of these things about the Jewish community.
Before it gets about the Jewish community, I just hate that argument that people try to put on about slavery and these myths like that. And one of the things that I saw in one of our other conversations earlier in this week, and they wanted to make it, everybody trying to drive the point home, like, you know, blacks had slaves too. Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, blacks do have slaves, right? But you know what goes into those statistics too as well? Do you know what goes into those statistics too as well about blacks having slaves? And this happened quite a bit here. I don't have the exact number in front of me here. I did before, but I don't want to misquote myself. Did you know that if a man was able to get away from slavery and he was free, but his wife and his kids were still in slavery, did you know that by him stacking his money, working, grind, however he had to do to buy his wife out of slavery, his wife wasn't free. She was still intended his slave, and the same thing of his kids here. And so if you have that caveat and you multiply that so many times of men who were able to gain their freedom, and if they had spouse certificate others that they had to get out of bondage and their family out of freedom too as well, in a sense, they were considered slaves under that man. So I want people to understand, we can have this conversation another time. I don't want to get into deep into that right now because we're going to get into this here. I want people to understand that if we want to talk about black people in slavery and owning slaves, the numbers are skewed. If you look at the fact that if you have many, many men here who's able to break away and go back and get their families were considered slaves under them as well. So it's very, very skewed. Yes, black people did have slaves, but the numbers that people try to come up for, there's context to it, and people don't do their homework on it. There are so many other scenarios that I don't want to get into that right now because I want to finish this video. But when we talk about slavery and how disingenuous people are understanding the plight and horrendous the atrocities were that our ancestors and our forefathers went through here. So When people want to say black people had slaves too, but where's the context? Yes, it happened. But I want context here when you talk about there. When you don't give context, it's disingenuous, and what you're trying to do is prove the supremacist point here. Now let's continue.
She would have been cancelled in a hot minute. Ask Kyrie Irving. Ask Kanye West. Now, this isn't about the Jewish community. This is about us. Okay? And so after that interview, Pearl decided to make an apology video, which was, in my personal point of view, disingenuous and a PR stunt. And all in all, it came from a place of deception.
Guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, you know, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview them. I don't go into interviews trying to interrogate someone. I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone, you know, maybe Sarah Garvey, maybe another content creator that could have pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking about than I was, because I certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about.
Now, I've been on social media for a while, and I have done interviews with the likes of Tommy Robinson, Sargon of Akkad, politicians like Lee Jasper, and also Lin May and people from the music industry like So Solid, Mega Man to be exact. Now, Pearl was reacting to my content prior to coming to the UK. And so when she came to the UK, I was very interested in the content that she would actually put out. And it just so happened that she was putting out content that I was interested in, similar to what the late, great Kevin Samuels actually put out. And I understand it because I myself had been embroiled in court cases and things of that nature when it comes to the mother of my son, and understand that the gynocentric order in which we live in is something that needs to be spoken about. So when she came to London, she said that she wanted to make a podcast. And I said, no problem. Okay, let's talk about it. And I decided to feature on her show. Now, when I featured on her show, because of my following in the UK, people would tune in. So essentially, I helped Pearl grow her channel. Okay, I was on there.
I was on mute here. So I wanted to pause that here. I want to give some information on this. I've heard other content creators, and I saw what they were saying about this. And one person particularly even said that he didn't help her. He was doing her job because, you know, she was paying him to do this. But here's the thing, though. Yes, he was doing his job, but if he already has a core following, and if he goes in and is featured on here, what he's basically telling his audience here is that this is who I'm with here. I co-sign her. So if you rock with me, you rock with her. See, the collaboration goes outside of if you're getting paid or you're helping somebody out, that you're doing your job. No, there is not only you're doing your job, you're also selling to the base that if you're cool with me, you need to be here and could be cool with her because I think she got something to say. You see, it's not just saying that, you know, featured and doing your job. In this kind of game here, it's that and a little bit of extra. There's more nuance in that, you know, because anybody could have been on her show and been a featured person. But certain people have a bigger following that's going to allow you to grow faster. Right? She didn't have a black audience like that. Only way you get the black audience like that is someone co-signs you. Someone gives you the 2 thumbs up. Someone sits next to you and say, she is with me. She is cool peeps. She is aight. You know what I'm saying? So this is not just a job here that you got paid for. You did it because anybody could have been featured there. You could have got any black bald head man in the UK with a hardcore accent. You know what I'm saying? And then could have helped her out because that she was leaning on someone to help do her show, her podcast. But if you got somebody who's already got a following, who's already interviewed big people in the UK, that's half the battle because you already got the cosign. And so you already got a cosign that people are just going to come in and rock with you then. Damn, I know I'm late, but Pearl sounds like a parrot. Hey. So let's continue, guys. I want to play some more of this here. But there's more to it than him saying I'm being featured. See, when a person like that, see, and here's how this rocks too. This works hand in hand, guys, right? I like to use Theo here because Theo is my guy. And Theo's a content, he's basically full-time content creator now. But what did I keep telling you guys? If you rock with me, you rock with Theo. And a lot of you guys who rock with me first be in Theo's live streams in the chat and kicking it too, right? And that happens because of the association that we have with each other. If somebody likes somebody and someone says they like them and it's like, okay, I like that person's personality, then that helps ease the transition to gaining people to rock with you. He would have got there regardless. Like, here's the thing. Theo would have got there with or without me. The thing I'm saying is, by me saying, hey guys, Theo's cold. Y'all like, okay, yeah, Theo is cold. Let's go check him out. We all gonna go out here. We're gonna support who we all support here. That's the situation here. That's what some people are missing here. Yes, he's doing his job if he got paid for it. But his job is a little bit more than the average person if she would have brought someone else in. For example, let's just use me for example. If she would have hired me, it wouldn't have been as successful the way he is because he's a bigger content creator. Right now, as we're speaking, he's like over 90,000 subscribers. I'm like at 14.6, knocking on 15,000. So I would have been doing my job, but I wouldn't be able to get the people that he got because he's a bigger content creator. Hence, he has a bigger audience. That audience came and helped build that, and then it ballooned from there. So I just want to point that out. His feature on the show, him co-signing on there, that the audience was made aware that if Sarah is cool with her, I need to hear what she's saying. That's huge, guys. That is huge in any entertainment aspect of space here. People can pop off on their own, but if someone's already in the game, signs you up and says, hey, this is what I got going on here, it's called Cancel Christmas. We got it. If you want some about boxing here, real fast here. Do you think that Gervonta Tank Davis is where he at right now today if Floyd Mayweather didn't co-sign him, sign him to Mayweather Promotions, and basically said, this is my mini-me here. This is Tank. If you rock with him, you rock with me. Matter of fact, Tank's co-line head of co-lining event, he was on the undercard to Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor that got over like 4.4 million pay-per-view buys, right? That cosign put Gervonta Davis into the next beer. Now, he had to put the work in. He had to fight. He had to knock people out, and he got to keep winning and do what he got to do here. Yes, you got to do your job, but you need the cosign to fast forward the process. So this is for people who want to say that, hey, he getting paid for a job. Hey, brother, you understand that that's a little bit of a nuance here. It's one thing you saying that, hey, I work in IT and then I'm a consultant. You pay me to do work on this architecture project here, and I come in and do something for 2 or 3 months. I'm doing my job. In entertainment, it's a little bit different. Come on, we can't be that simple for the people saying that. Come on. I know what you're doing here. Y'all being biased here. It's all good. We all got biases. But come on, man. That was not a good look. Now let's continue here. Let's hear some more about this.
On there week to week, and I was working with her based on a fee. So the tragic death of Kevin Samuels happened, and there was a vacuum within the manosphere space. Who was it going to be filled by? It was actually filled by just Pearly Things along with other content creators. Now, I believe that the reason why this space was filled is because Kevin Samuels had a large following of black men. And these black men were essentially fed up with the way feminism had taken over their community, specifically their women. So when he died, there was a vacuum and a lot of black men looking for content like this. And it was filled by Pearl. And I believe that Pearl rose to fame because she herself was the opposite of what those men had been seeing. She was a white woman. She wasn't the types of women that they had been seeing. And essentially, she was regurgitating Kevin Samuels' content. So I began working with Pearl. And from the beginning, I started to think that maybe this girl has a colonial mindset. Now, we all know that we don't want to be paranoid. So I kept working with her. However, the more I worked with her is the more that I saw. She had a...
Now, let me pause this here. He's going to go ahead and explain this part here, right? That the more he kept working with her, the more he kept seeing. Now, I gotta keep it a buck here. I don't know how much she was paying him. I told you guys, I can't fake. I can't fake. If I knew right away that you moved a certain type of way, I'd just be done with the channel. I'm already Sarah Garvey. I already move a certain type of way. So this part here, I gotta push back on. Just a little bit. We're gonna a little bit more here. I gotta push back because I'm not gonna. If all you guys one time to show me who you are, and if you show me who you are, then if it doesn't align with me and how my get down is, hey, get your money, do what you gotta do. But for me, I can't do this. I can't be with you. I can't rock with you here. You know what I mean? So if you saw this in the beginning, I gotta push back on that. But here's another thing though. There's nuance to everything. We don't have everything. One thing we're getting is what he's giving us, what Pearl, whatever they give us. So of course he's the one that's coming out here saying, hey man, I'm dropping a bomb on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But if there's one thing I can say right now, the push back on is this part right here. Because if I see something right away and if I don't have that kind of rapport, like I've known you for decades and years. I like to use the example of my boy Mike here. You know, Mike Philippine Journey. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. I've known that man since 1999. Me and Mike, you know, he could say something crazy, right? And I'll push back. I'll say, nah, brother, I don't rock with that. But you know what, though? I've known him for over 2+ decades. So if something is not off, I know it's like, yo, that's just us being human beings and we being men. We're not going to agree 24/7, but there's a history. There's equity that we have within one another here. You know, there is, you know, vested interest and ground-rooted things that we've done, vacations, trips, marriages, been groomsmen, and stuff like that throughout the years, basically, right? Been there for me, been there for him, you know? So when you have a person like that in your life, then it's like, okay, this person has equity with me. This person has built and grown with me, right? So when they make a mistake, then it's like, all right, then I ain't gonna throw the baby out the bathwater. But if Sarah is saying I'm seeing some things already in the beginning, brother, I can't agree with this part here. I can't agree unless, and even then, unless I can't do it, unless you're saying that whatever she was paying you for your fee, that bag was nice. But I just let you know how I get down, guys, and going, just let you know, I've been repeating this over and over again. I cannot collab and work or just work with anybody who I know that I don't align with. You will never see this here in this channel, because if that happens there, you're gonna see it on my face. Be like, yo, Dave ain't enjoying it. Dave think this guy's a sucker, or Dave. And I'll be like, dang, tribe, I messed up. I shouldn't have done this one. You know, I messed up. But I can't fake it. I can only be me and do this channel the way I can do this channel here, you know. But let's continue here and continue on. I just wanted to stop at that part here, because if you knew this a long time ago, over a year plus ago, then I gotta say, unless you've known that person for a long period of time, you shouldn't have given them that much equity and that much rope. Basically, you should have got the hell out of Dodge a little bit sooner. But that's just my viewpoint. Let's continue now, guys. Let's continue.
A colonial type viewpoint when it came to Black people. And I had to school her a few times on what it was like to be Black and the Black experience, and also what slavery and colonization was actually like.
Do you think that historical catastrophes must be compensated for?
No.
No.
That's stupid.
So then, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing.
Yeah.
So then, how come there were groups of people that got compensation then?
Okay.
For instance, like Jewish people, Chinese people, Japanese people with the bombs. Like there were groups of people who got compensated.
I don't know.
So it wasn't fair.
What? Well, I'm talking about like when I think about group, I think about reparations. So I mean, maybe if the people were still alive today, like I don't know, maybe. But like when you said historical, I thought you meant like in the past, not the present.
Yeah, so like in the past, so like people talk about slavery. So in the past, you know, the Holocaust happened. In the past, you know, the Japanese, but people got compensated for it.
Yeah.
There's a book, right, called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. And when you read that book, you realize that the whole Industrial Revolution and stuff like that was started because of the colonization. And you just think, Well, if you didn't do that, then you wouldn't be as successful.
So what do you mean by the colonization?
So the colonization of Africa, so both the people and the resources, right? There's a direct correlation between the colonization of Africa and the Industrial Revolution.
Okay.
And so with all the metals and the rubber and all this kind of stuff coming from Africa, it fueled the Industrial Revolution of the West.
Wait, so you're saying like in Africa, when you say colonize, you're saying like did England come in and colonize?
Yeah, like so European, France, Spain, Portugal, England.
And they like enslaved Africans, and
yes,
that's what you're saying. Okay.
So they enslaved and at least colonized the continent.
Okay.
So when you colonize a continent and then you take ownership of the resources, you're able to gather those resources together and use them to your own benefit.
Right.
And so you gather those resources, use them to your own benefit and build up your economy, all the while messing up the economy of that actual country.
Right.
So that video was filmed in...
Before he continues, that was just last year, 2022. And when we say last year, 2022, I don't know when exactly he filmed that. We're just finishing the third month of 2023. That ain't too long ago, guys. It's last year, right? God, let me just say this here, my viewpoints on a particular part of this video here, right? So I find that very ironic, or, it's just kind of amusing that, her viewpoint on reparations and the compensation on that, right? Here's one thing I would like to ask a question on this particular part here. If I was able to ask her this question. Do I believe that blacks should get reparations? Yes. But is it going to happen? No. And why do I think we should get it? Because other groups who's been through major atrocities have received that. But for some reason, we're waiting out the shot clock so that blacks don't get it. Japanese in the internment camps during World War II, they received reparations. Jewish and Holocaust victims. So as much as many Jews, of course, so many Jews were to receive those benefits, there were other Holocaust victims in that as well. Not minimizing, but you can say Jews and as well as Holocaust victims. Don't want to get in trouble with that, right? But just naming off those few items here. But if other nationalities and groups receive their reparations, then it should be equal across the board. I just know we ain't getting it because our politics is not going to let that happen. That will never happen in this day and age. So I've already put that out of my mind that that's not happening. If it does, God dizzles an early Christmas. So, but you see how that she's quick to dismiss that though. So my question would be, if you don't believe in reparations, right? I just would like to know that, do you think that these other groups should have got reparations? And we're not talking about something that happened like 400 or 500 years ago. We're talking about within the last 100 years. We're talking about within the last 100 years. That's recent. You hear something, when you say history, I think it's within the last 100 years that's happened. So I would be curious to know her take on that. Are you across the board, or are you against reparations just for blacks? It's a simple question to want to know, right? If you're against it, that means you was against Holocaust survivors getting theirs. You're against World War II and Japanese internment camps, and those men, women, and children getting theirs too. I'm just kind of curious about that. When I hear that, and I hear that just as recently as last year. And also, too, when I hear all these little conversations that they've had and you see some things come up, it's starting to add up now when Pearl always hits hard on the point that she doesn't believe that women should have the right to vote. Even today, right now. I understand why women didn't vote 60, 70, 80 years ago when we had those laws in place. But for today, though, and how she still feels that way, and even though society is, it's starting to add up here. Starting to happen with me. You may feel differently, but I'm just going by the tea leaves and the information that we have here. We don't have everything, but we have enough to say, let's continue.
In 2022. And in that video, what you saw was me attempting to tell Pearl and show Pearl what colonization was like. How people went to another group of people and took their resources and took what was theirs and built their empire off of it. So when Pearl now plays like she doesn't know what colonization is, and she doesn't know what slavery is, and she says these insensitive statements, in that video, I actually attempted to give her a book. It was called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. I've read it myself. She semi-dismissed that book. She kind of dismissed that book. And then she went on with herself to go and interview a man like Nick Fuentes. Pearl has Africans that work for her. Now, Nigeria has many issues. Now, the disparity in Nigeria.
Before he continues on here about the disparities here, right? I see in the chat here, right? Mark says both groups have people alive that went through a slaves are long dead. That's wrong, Mark. That's wrong. And I'm glad that Viceland did a documentary on it. Did you know that there are certain pockets in Georgia and Louisiana that we had black people that were still in slavery in the 1950s? Mark, we still got people in slavery in the South. You can go on Viceland on Vice TV and watch it. So, yeah, the natural origin when we think about slavery, thinking about being over, like it never really ended. When you think about the different transitions of what black people got to go through, when we talk about slavery, when we talk about Jim Crow, we talk about redlining, we know about the sharecroppers. No one talks about peonage, right? The act that when slaves were allowed to be free, and how slave masters were able to incur debts onto slaves that they couldn't even understand because they didn't have any education. So in a sense, you were put back into solitude of work, of a debt that you couldn't even pay, that it wasn't even yours. Peonage, as recent as the 1920s. So that's another thing to talk about here when people don't understand, like when it's about slavery, oh, that was in the 18. No. We had blacks that were still enslaved into the 50s in rural, like really dark areas of Georgia, Alabama, and Louisiana. So I see, the thing is that I really don't believe we're going to get reparations. I gave up on that idea. They're waiting a shot clock on us. The thing is find it very, very funny that we still have people that were still in this kind of slavery around the time that World War II was happening, when the Japanese internment camp, they got their reparations. But we don't talk about that because we got to remember, guys, our atrocities are a joke. Our atrocities can be laughed at. Our atrocities are made up extra to be a myth to get people to something to believe in. That's what Pearl did in her video. That's exactly between her and Nick Fuentes. That's exactly what happened. So what our history, what our people, what we went through, people like Pearl think we're a joke. They can laugh at it, think it's a myth. And then let's just take Sarah at his word here. If he did try to give her a book to read and she dismissed it, she is already in her ignorance to say that I don't need to learn anything new. I'm good. We saw in that clip how she's quick to dismiss a few other things as well. So I just want to state that is where, guys, because we lose focus on the fact that we as blacks get so disrespected. And I'm not the type of person, you guys know how I get down. I'm not the one to be running saying racism this and racism that and blackity black this and blackity black that. You know that I have been very, very hard on my people. I have been. I've gone in. But the one thing I will not do is throw things out there that's not true to demean my people. If I am mad, I'm holding my people to a standard because I'm sick and tired of the Pookies and Ray Rays and the Pookishas of the world. But this is what we're talking about and why education is key. And if people don't want to know more things about us, like he was saying, giving her a book, then they're just going to keep thinking what they're thinking. And then in their power play here, they're going to move how they're going to move. They're not willing to learn. They already got their biases going on. That's cool. We're all adults. We're all gonna have our biases. But if you're not willing to understand more, then we know that if you're from another culture and you're trying to co-opt our culture, then we know what you're really here for. Then if you're not really trying to learn, you're just trying to get enough information so that you can assimilate and then profit out of it and then keep it moving. That's what I see right now. But I could be wrong here. Let's continue this video here. Let's go.
Nigeria has rich and poor people living just on the breadline. And Pearl has these types of people working for her. They edit her videos. They make her thumbnails.
So look what I have here. This is evidence to show how hard my Americans work.
No, hold on. You forgot, yeah? What? This is how hard my white Americans work.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
They're very hard workers.
Yes.
I like how they work. My white Americans really work hard. You see that?
They inspire us to work hard.
No. Do you know what? They don't even inspire. They're working hard for themselves, bro.
Oh, okay.
They're putting in a lot of work, yeah? They put in a lot of work. My white Americans.
You guys should
work hard. Yeah, you can.
So Pearl has taken people on from Africa, which on the surface looks like a good thing. And I guess it is. Africans are being fed. They're taking money from her. They are feeding their family. Amazing. However, with a colonial mindset, this can be quite dangerous. And what happened during that interview with Nick Fuentes was that she used an age-old tactic that colonizers use, which was the divide and rule tactic. She pitted African Americans versus Africans when she spoke about how hard Africans work compared to how hard African Americans work. And she also used the term, my Africans. Much of what Pearl says is determined by her management, which she has said to me on many occasions that she shares with Candace Owens. So when you have a colonial mindset and you have a management who tell you what to say, what generally happens in my personal point of view and what I actually saw was that she began to start paying people pittance. She began to start offering contracts to people that owned them, just like a colonial master would. Case in point, myself and Pearl sat down to have a conversation about me signing to her contractually. And I want to make this very clear. I have never signed to the Just Pearly Things network. I have always been an independent. Pearl has known that, and I have known that. And so anytime I worked with Pearl, we had agreed a fee, and I worked for that fee. I have never been signed to the Just Pearly Things contracts. However, she has signed a few Africans, namely King Riches and Auntie Jenny. Now, I have no problem with King Riches or an Auntie Jenny. However, if we look at the contracts that they signed, you would understand the reason why I use the term colonization and colonial. Now, myself and Pearl sat down to have a conversation, and she expressed to me that she wanted to do a new segment for her show. In that segment, she said that she would like me to present a topical news show on a day-to-day basis. So I said, okay, no problem. Talk to me. What are we talking about? And she said she would want me within her studio 4 days per week. I said, okay, from what time? She said from 10 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, whoa.
And I said, okay, well, that is...
Wait, before he goes on here, that's a long days. 7-hour days, 4 days a week. Yo, he's put in 28, 30 hours a week doing that, baby. That's almost a full-time job. Hey, Ken, I didn't lose no subs, man. Well, some people may have some subscribed during the other live streams, but no, I've gone up. I'm at 14.6. I ain't lost nothing, man. Y'all gotta keep track. A couple of people, some corny ass people, got mad at the last couple of live streams regarding Pearly, and they want a coon for her. They want a cape for her, stuff like that. And I blocked them and kicked them off the damn channel. But no, I ain't losing no one in masses. No, we still growing. We still moving around, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, anybody wondering that? Nah, we still here. We got a little shadow ban going on here right now. But that don't mean that I'm going to stop talking. What y'all need to do is y'all rock with me. Just go ahead and bookmark the channel. Go to the About page, and you guys will see the times I drop my live streams. And then from there, you know where to find me. So don't come in the comment. Not you, Kenneth, but there's people in the comments that say, where you at, Dave? Well, you know who I am. Click on the damn channel. You see the content. I swear, some people are just goddamn slow. Hate to talk about certain people, not you, Kenneth, but just people who come in the comments section. Where you been that day? I'm here. Did you click on the videos tab? You click on the live stream tab? You click on the shorts tab? You click on the playlist? Man. So yeah, I just have to say that here. But now let's get back to the video. Wait. Before I get back to the video here, right? Some people are mad at this part here, especially about King Riches and Aunt Jenny. We're going to get to that in a little bit here with Aunt Jenny. See, some people here might be upset at this part here because we might thinking that he's pocket watching. But I think it's the part here where that he... this is the messy part, guys. This is really messy, right? He ain't lying, but this is the messy part because now he brought others into the mess here, right? Normally it'd be like, all right, Sarah, I got an issue. What's going on, Derek? Sarah, I got 20K. Nah, I wish I was at 20K, Kenna. Nah. Hopefully we get to 20K, by the summertime. So, normally a situation like this, you got Sarah on one side and you got Pearly on the other side. Well, we got going on here, Sarah on this side, Pearly on this side here. By mentioning Aunt Jenny and Riches, they caught some strays. Strays being caught here. All right. So now let's hear about this part here. Because when we play this part here, we definitely going to talk about this tribe. We definitely going to talk about this part here. Let's continue.
Is 7 hours. I said, so working 4 to 5 days a week for 7 hours is essentially a day job. I said to her, okay,
full time.
So
basically,
what is my guaranteed fee at the end of the month? What is the salary?
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she says, we do not do guarantees and we do not do salaries.
Okay.
So I said, so if you don't do guarantees and you don't do salaries, what is it that you actually do? And she said she does percentages. So
before they go on here, that's actually, I'm not mad at this part here. You want to know why? If you're going through what I'm going through right now, for shadow ban, right? Where YouTube don't want to push my content out there. I'm talking about certain people and doing certain things, and they don't like that. So they're going to say, no, Dave, we ain't going to put your content out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you worked on a guarantee, that means that whoever you're hired is getting that check regardless. So let's say you had let's say you got a channel like Pearly Things that, let's just use her, for example, that's got 1.3 million subscribers and you're bringing in easily like 60 or 70,000 a week, right? Let's just throw that number out. Let's throw 70,000 a week that the network is doing, her channel, and if you're making that kind of money, of course you can pay someone a flat fee, like this is what their guarantee is every week or every month, So here's the situation here though. What happens if you get a situation like me where you get shadow banned and then people don't find your lives or your videos as often? So instead of you making 70,000 a week, let's say that you get a nice little bad stretch where you're making 35, 40,000 a week. Hey, the people working get the guarantee, still getting their money. You own it. You SOL. So that makes sense though on the percentage split, because that means that if I'm gonna make something, you're gonna make something as well. If we get a hit, you get a hit as well. I'm not mad at this part here. So if I started my own network and everything, you ain't getting no damn guarantees from me. You know what I'm saying? It's a percentage split, right? So if it's a down week, we all down, baby. If we up, we all up, right? You work, we work. You fish, you go ahead and eat your dinner. So this part here, I'm not mad at. That's actually a good idea, guys. Unless you are full-time, big time channel that's like Mr. Beast, then you can go with the guarantees if you're hiring people like that. But yeah, percentage just works out here. I'm not mad at this part here.
So I said, okay, cool. Well, what's the percentage?
Yeah, what's the percentage?
She said, Sarah, you're the high end, so you will get 70-30. So I said, fine, okay, let me listen. 70% goes to.
Wait, before you get into that here, 70-30 is not bad. Because let you guys know here for YouTube here, when you guys send supers, I said this the other day, and this is school, you guys. When we do the supers, YouTube gets us cut of that as well. You know why? YouTube is the platform. This is what we call the pipe in IT. They pipe it in. We create the content. They provide the platform of the pipe, the infrastructure. Then we build our house on the street here to allow you guys to come on in. They allow the pipe, and then we build everything else for y'all to come in. So because of this, by them having the pipe, pause, what happens is that it's a 70-30 split for us here. So for instance, if you guys send a $10 super, I get 7, YouTube gets 3. That's good, right? Because the fact that they get 30% because they provide the access. That's worthy. They're the brand, but we're doing the work. So yeah, 70-30 in my favor for YouTube supers sounds great, right? Super 70-30 in ours, but in the Cash Apps, we get 100% of that. So, we get cash. We love that. That's all ours there. So for the cats, you dropped that 180 Cash App to me earlier. That 180 is all mine, baby. It's only $1.80, but I ain't giving 30% to YouTube. So if you hear 70-30, you're like, all right, cool. But wait, let's hear Sarah say some more about the 70-30 split. Let's continue.
Goes to me and 30% goes to you. Now she looked at me and she said, no, 70% goes to me.
Oh!
Pearl, and 30% goes to me.
Oh!
Sarah Garvey. And that's when I started scratching my head. And I said, hang on a minute. So are you telling me that's a high-end contract for you? And she said, yes. And I said, so are you saying that Just Petty Things Network has other people on low-end contracts? She said, yes. I said, King Rich's and Auntie Jenny? She said, yes. I said, what's the low end? She said, it's 10 to 15%. So essentially, she could be owning 80% of the content, which is basically the monetized views on somebody's channel, and they only take home 15% of the money. She said, yes. I said, Pearl, how long are these contracts for? She said, 3 years.
Guys, first things first here, right? Damn, Sarah. Damn. The pocket watching is out. The pocket watching is out. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Me being a YouTuber, I understand the analytics. I understand them very, very well. Very astute. I was fortunate enough that when I started my channel, I got monetized in under a month. So by me starting my channel and then getting monetized as fast and then understanding how I'm getting paid, like me learning YouTube and learning monetization and analytics happen all at the same time. Normally when you start a YouTube channel, you're learning your craft, you're trying to find yourself, you're finding your voice. I got it just like that. So of course I was learning everything. Guys, if this is true, what Pearl is doing is being an opportunist here, where is it wrong? Yes. No, is it wrong? No. Business ethics wise, is it right? Nah, no. Hey, y'all, this is the same type of thing that the music industry was doing to black artists for so long, creating these janky ass contracts. You know, you on the camera, you know, you getting all this exposure. You're in front, you're probably making more money you ever have, but in actuality, you're only taking home 10 to 15%. And then she got you locked in for 3 years. Now, the question I want to know is that after those 3 years, who owns that content? Like, is the exclusivity for 3 years, or that 10% or 15% and whatever the 80 to 85%, you know, that's exclusive for 3 years. But then after, like, when you get to year 4, that's still in place, but you're not exclusive anymore. I'm kind of curious when those splits end and who owns the content after the 3 years. That's huge, guys, because you want to know something? Even though I'm a small, lowly YouTuber here with only 14, knocking on 50,000 subscribers here, I own all my own content. Everything's about me and me only. So when I get a check here, it goes 100% to me. Only people I'm supposed to cut a check to is Uncle Sam during tax time this time of year right now. Because Uncle Sam got to get paid here, because when we get a check, nothing's withhold here. They just cut us a straight check. This is a straight business here. So just want to let you guys know right now, this sounds like the contract that black hip hop artists and R&B artists, and remember back in the 50s and 60s, R&B artists like the Chuck Berrys of the world, you know, like the Temptations of the world, the Motown artists getting locked into these jacked up deals where they owned all your content, they owned all your masters, and the reason why you was able to make money is to go ahead and tour. But then I see people in the comment section that they found a way, like, hey, they're making too much money off touring because album sales are down because of pirating, so they created a 360 deal so they can find a way to cake off you, not only just on your album sales, not only on merchandising sales, but find a way from digitally to make money off you as well as your tour sales here. And in return here, they give you a nice little bonus, a little bit more money up front, and maybe a little bit more money for each project that comes out here. But they're still eating off your concert schedule. They're still eating off the fact that you can go ahead and hop on a tour bus and get a quick 20,000. They're gonna eat off that too as well. And that is what Pearl is doing right now. She's found a way. Is it wrong what she's doing? No. Is it ethically wrong? Yes. I will say that here. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll just keep it a buck here, right? She's being an opportunist. She got the platform. She has the name. She has the brand. So she's basically saying, you know what? You want to be here, then you basically got to sign your life away for 3 years. You got to sign. And here's what I want to say to you guys here. This is key. You do not sign any contracts that you don't understand. You need a lawyer. Even if it's a small lawyer representing you, don't just take it and be like, yo, I'm going to get on and it's only 3 years. I literally saw people in other chats last night when this video is being reacted to other content creators. Some people actually said that I would take the 3 years to get on. Well, how about this here, right? I may not have as many subscribers as those guys there, but I've been in this game for 1 year. I own 100% of everything I've got. And if I was full-time and putting in the work they were, I would be knowing that if King Rich is only getting 10 to 15%, I wouldn't be shocked that if I was full-time, I'd make it just as much as them. You're not Jenny. Real talk. I'm part-time doing this here. I only have time to do live streams and then see if I can cut up a few clips here and there and drop some reaction videos because I have a full-time career. I would love to do YouTube full-time, but I already have a career. This is secondary right now. But if they own 10 to 15% of your IP, how is that a good deal? I can see why I want to expose this. Is Pocket right? Is it right what he's doing here? No. You know why it's not right here? Because he put King Ridges and Aunt Jenny on blast right now. And we're going to talk about her in a second because we got a video from her we're going to show in a little bit here once we get done with this here. But if I have an issue with this here, it's twofold. It's a double-edged sword. It's going to cut you on both ends here. He's exposing the contracts one way here because that's wrong. All right. Because I understand that you are a businessman and you have every right to put out contracts. And if they're adults and they sign it, that's on them. But I would think that at this point in the game right now, it's like you would put some better I wouldn't do that. That's just me. I wouldn't do that. Even if I had a network, I wouldn't keep you under an exclusive deal. I would make sure there's parameters that you just couldn't run off and then take my stuff. But I'm not going to have you locked down exclusivity for 3 years where I own you completely and you only get 10 to 15%. Right. Some big red stuff here. Some 5 heartbeats. Hey, Malcolm, what's my hours? 9 to 5. Hey, let me just repeat here for people that's coming in late here. Is what she doing wrong? No. But is it right? No. Either. It's not right. It's not wrong what she's doing, but it's not right either. You know? And then my thing is, yo, you got a name like King Riches, right? See, how you got a name like King Riches, and she got you on papers for 10 to 15%. Hey, dog, if this is true, hey man, you need to stop capping on how much you're getting, dog. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, call me King Riches then. If that's the case, because I'm 100% owned to mine. I got mines, baby. Maybe 15, right, Ricky? Maybe 15. Still, though, there is no way that I am signing my life away for 3 years. And guys, I've been saying this since I've been getting on here. I've been telling all you guys to start your YouTube channel, do your own thing, learn it, but own 100%. I always say that if you want residual income or you want to start your own little side business, whatever kind of content you're doing here, let it be yours. 100%. So when you make that money and then that check comes in, that is all yours. Only thing you need to do is take a little percentage out for Uncle Sam during tax time between February and April's time of the year. After you take out the money for the taxes and your expenses, or how you draw it on your LZ, how you do your money in your business. But the point is that the only person that should be getting paid off your YouTube channel is you, unless that you got like a partner and you like talking heads like Abba and Preach, because there's 2 of them, then you split it 50-50. But if you ain't got none of that going on here, there should be no situation that you're giving away 10 to 15% of your IP, people. And if you really think this is okay to get on, I'm gonna tell you that you a goddamn fucking idiot. Getting on ain't worth giving away your soul and your heart. You never know that some of those videos you could be making that could blow up and this can be a million views and gone viral, and she owns them. You don't. Nah, they ain't worth it, guys. She's doing what all these other record companies been doing here, and that's not a good look. That's not a good look whatsoever. You know, but I will say this though, guys, you are adults. Do not sign any contracts that you don't understand. If all you understand is 3 years, then you need to take that to Lieberman or whoever your lawyer is and say, hey man, can you take a look at this contract here, see if it's legit? Don't sign nothing until the legal beavers have gone over it. Legal beavers, your lawyers. Hey, shout out to my main man here, Eric Jordan with the $5 holla. That sound like a funked up 360 deal. It is. It is, Eric. Hey, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holla. The difference, though, is that at least on a 360 deal, when they go on tour, they get a large chunk of their money. The other company's only getting a small percentage. They can eat off that, right? Pearl is getting the whole pie, technically. The whole pie. God dizzle, y'all. God dizzle. All right, man. Let's continue, guys. Let's get back into it.
So I said, let me get this straight. You want to own me for 3 years to take 70% of my ad revenue, keep me in your studio from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening for 4 to 5 days a week, and you are not guaranteeing me any money. I said respectfully, for what reason would I work for your company? She said, because we have a great studio and we have great lighting and we have great editors that will edit your stuff down. Now, I may be a lot of things, but I'm not an idiot. I may be cool, I may be calm, I may be collected, but I'm not a fool. And essentially, the colonial mindset of Pearl has people working on her quote-unquote plantation for absolute pittance, when a year ago, I suggested to her to look into exactly what colonization was, and she acted dumb.
Guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, you know, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview them. I don't go into interviews trying to interrogate someone. I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone, you know, maybe Sarah Garvey, maybe another content creator that could have pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking about than I was, because I certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about.
Now, I grew up in a time where there were brilliant R&B girl groups like TLC, and also brilliant R&B artists like Toni Braxton. They both sold millions and millions and millions of records, but they ended up broke. Why? Contracts. They were signed to contracts that did not favor them. And essentially, what Pearl is trying to do is come back in with the same contracts and do the exact same thing to the manosphere and do the exact same thing to the red pill community. Why? Because Kevin Samuels left a gap. And Kevin Samuels' fan base was predominantly Black men. And Pearl has come in there and attempted to be top of the food chain. I will not be a part of this game, and I will not be a part of this colony. I have always been an independent. If people in the UK who can actually say and watch all of my content can say that I've been around before Pearl even arrived in the UK, what would I look like signing my life away, essentially, 70% of all I own, to this woman who just arrived in the UK the other day? She said to me that she's actually looking to sign more talent this year. Good for her. Good for the talent. But I hope they watch this video, and I hope they realize exactly what they will be signing. And I actually hope that this video makes her think about the ways, because essentially I had been with her from the beginning. and I'd help grow her channel. And if she could suggest this to me, somebody who helped her grow her channel, then you are nothing to her. I have only given you around 30% of what I know.
30%?
We haven't even touched on the very odd and weird parties that Pearl likes to invite people to. And I was invited to one last year, and she told me that her manager was coming from America and they were going to have a party. And very interestingly, they said that it was going to be board games. And I said, okay, cool. I don't mind playing Monopoly. I don't mind playing Snakes and Ladders. When I got there and I asked her about the board game, she said, no, a board game. There was a whiteboard in the living room. And what she proposed was that we all have a time on the whiteboard and we do what she says, and we talk about certain things which were quite sexual, and we put them on the whiteboard. But you know what I saw? I always saw her manager, Kobe, in the corner filming everything. And we've all spoken amongst ourselves, and we've spoken about Hollywood and the things that go down. And within that party, what I saw was if people were on that board doing very sexual things and doing things while they were drunk, that stuff was being recorded. But we'll speak about it another time.
Here, I want to ask the men in here. I want to ask the men in here. Okay. Raise your hand if you think women like violence.
That's the end of that one there. Shout out to Sarah here. I wanted to play that video. Hey, Jeffrey says King Dave. Hey guys, so I'm fair and I'm firm. I'll be honest. There's items in this video that I like and that I can concur with, and there's things I don't like. Right? I gotta be honest. Like, I get it. The contract situation was for the greater good for anybody else that's going to come into the space and they think they got an opportunity to be on her network and be a panelist and, you know, get this exposure, you know, and to be out in Front Street, you know, like that. But, you know, like, he named names. That's hard. Like, it's one thing to say, I know about these contracts, right? But then he made a point to say, hey, you know what? King Richards and Auntie Jenny, they got these slave contracts too. So that puts them in a bad light there, right? So he basically put them in a situation that they are forced to respond, right? And here's the thing that I'm not going to do right now. I'm going to play a video from Auntie in a second. I'm not playing King Richards because I got to be honest. I got to be honest. When I watch him on the panel, King Richards, he's better on a panel when it's like 10 or 15 people, when he gets his time to shine. When I see him on those panels like that, he's part of the panel. When I was watching him on his channel this week, I got to keep it a buck, man. Ooh, he sounds so annoying. Hey, those people go, Dad, you sound annoying too. Who are you? I hear part African accent. I hear part UK accent, like Britain accent. I hear some of a little bit of black lingo in there, and I hear some other stuff. And then you add the extra high pitch. I know my voice could be high pitch, but he's even extra higher, you know, and it sound. I'm like, I was literally trying to sit there and listen to dude, right? And I couldn't listen to him. I was trying so hard to give King the benefit of the doubt. I'm listening to him. I'm like, God damn it. Can you just not sound annoying? Please don't. I know I could be annoying too, but man. And that's all I heard. And why do the other people say about Pearl? And like that, what about Pearl? I was like, come on, man. I was like, come on, man. Just I know I can be animated, but slow down. Slow down and don't go up a couple of decimal letters. Bring the voice down a few here. You too high pitch. I know that my voice be cracking because I be losing my voice. But you like you that imperative. You know, I'm like, dude, and I'm sitting there trying to listen to him, right? I want to hear what he got to say. And then this got to point after 10 minutes. I was like, I can't help you, bro. If I can't listen to you on your solo joints, you're better off just being the band. You know what I'm saying? Certain people are just best given the feature in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it up. You know, like, I'm a big fan of NWA. I love me some MC Ren, but Ren didn't get no shine in his solo album, but we knew about MC Ren on 100 Miles and Running. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, always like MC Ren, the hardest rapper in NWA. And then when they gave him his own album, no one was rocking with it and everything. And then you get some of the spotlight. Some people can't hold the spotlight on their own all the time. And some people work good in a group as a feature. And I think King Richards, unfortunately for me, I'm saying this, he works good as a feature. You know what I'm saying? He could change, though. He could be upset. He could be so mad that his voice is going to that decimal leader that sounds so damn annoying that maybe if I came back a week or two later, I might can give the guy a chance. I'm just keeping it a buck here, guys. I'm just keeping it a buck here. Nutrition Life said, Dave said, turn down that goddamn trouble. Man, I'm just trying to say. And then what messes up for me and King Richards, he tried to give these examples that made no goddamn sense. Like, you clearly were reaching and stretching, right? I'll give one example. He gave the example regarding Oprah. When he was talking about like Pearl interviewing Nick Fuentes, the white supremacist, he was like, well, you know, Pearl ain't the only one who's interviewed supremacists. You know, other people on other shows have interviewed supremacists, you know, like like Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, dog. I was like, wait a minute. See, that was being disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to make an argument, you need to understand the examples you're making. And then if someone's going to question you, you know how to explain it. There's no way that if I was there with him right now, he can explain this here. Because let me just give you something. You cannot compare Pearl interviewing a white supremacist because she's going through a range of different topics compared to Oprah when she was interviewing white supremacists. Let me just break it down for you here. I'm here in Chicago, first things first here. Oprah, when she had her show, was no more than 35 minutes away from me when I was growing up here. I was here when Oprah from the damn beginning, okay? I used to drive past the things all the damn time. So you're talking about somebody who was here when Oprah was popping here, when Oprah had her show. So first things first, I can talk about this here, right? So when Oprah was having those conversations with those white supremacists, what were they happening? We're talking about interviews in 1986. 87, 88, 9-1, where conversations regarding race between blacks and whites were a little bit more paramount than you need to have in 2023. On top of that, too, if Oprah was interviewing someone who's a white supremacist, there was a point behind it, and there was somebody, you may not like that white supremacist, but they held authority. They held an authority. And even if you didn't like them, they had a respect within their own community. This guy, Nick Fuentes, is now respecting his own white supremacist community. White people call him an idiot who are white supremacists, not the white people who are woke. The racists call this dude a freaking idiot. The racists don't even rock with this dude here. You know, so if you're gonna bring somebody up who's like, well, Paul, why don't you interview somebody of importance who that his own people don't even rock with him like that? He got a little following here. Of course, he's Nick Fuentes. He got a little following. I'm talking about the ones who do matter. Don't fuck with him. And if you know that, then why would you want to bring him on? He has no credibility if you want to go that route. And that's what he was like. Well, then Oprah, and here's the thing too. What are you going to gain interviewing a white supremacist in 2023? You're not going to change his mind. And you're in what level of understanding you're trying to get here. We already got that in the 60s. We got that in the 70s. We got that in the 80s with Oprah and the 90s with Oprah here. You're not adding anything new to the conversation. What you're doing is the pivot. I don't care what anybody says here, and we've talked about it ad nauseum here. This is the pivot. And part of these interviews is the pivot here. That chick is pimping her whole crew out. They signed 3-year damn contract, 360 deals. Yeah, man. So, did you check out the boy TLA and the side he chose? I still haven't seen everything. He was on late last night. I still haven't watched everything. It's hard for me to catch up with what everybody's saying here. I'm trying to keep up with me and then make the content and then see other content creators. It's like a full-time job trying to find what everybody else is thinking about here. And I just can't keep up. I gotta find time this weekend to see what they're saying here, but I'm not going to work path just to try to nitpick what people are looking at, who they're supporting here, but it's really dropped the bomb here in Black content creators. But Sarai was right and wrong at the same time. But sometimes it's got to be necessary evils, because he could have easily said, she offered me a 70-30 split, and I was the highest end. I turned it down. Other people are getting the 80-20, 85 or 85-15, 90-10 split, right? He didn't have to say any names, but he did. And by him saying names gave the credibility to the claim. But damn, I just would hate to be on the other end saying, how come he telling me I'm only getting 10 to 15%? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everyone is live right now, Z-Whip. That's why my numbers are low. Everybody's live right now. I know they are, man. I saw that happening ahead of time here. I said, let me go ahead and start a few minutes here before I get going here. Guys, I might be live streaming tomorrow, because since everybody's live streaming right now trying to jump on this with Andrew Tate and Pearl, I might come on a Saturday here just so I can catch some of y'all again. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's a hard one, though. There's some strays being caught here. There's some strays being caught. Here's what I'm going to do here. I want to add more to the conversation here. Nah, slavery will never die, man. It will never die. It never will. The conversation will never die, because as long as we have our own people who still live in the warped mind state, your adults are going to do what they're going to do here. But when they agree with things that they may not know it, the ignorance is real. But if they're agreeing with people who don't take us seriously, we're always going to be divided. And that is the issue here. Some people want to rub shoulders with with her because she's a big dog, right? And my thing is, who cares? She got 1.3 million subscribers. I don't see the need to ride with somebody because they big dog. If you effed up, then go effed up. I mean, like, there could be a time that if I got to 1 million subscribers and I effed up, I would assume that people would leave me too. That's part of the game. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you leaving me, you fake now. I'm a realist. If I got the same controversy, I'm like, hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I ain't trying to mess up your money, black man or black woman. But for some reason, when this come out, everybody gotta be a hater. Everybody gotta be counting pockets now. Everybody's like, oh, you just mad because she on right now. No, I'm a type of person about principle. What's wrong is wrong, what's right is right. I'm gonna talk about it. We keep it moving here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep talking about it, get this AdSense money when I can get, But I'm not on this because I'm jealous. I've been the one that's been encouraging y'all to create a YouTube channel. I've been the one telling you to say that everybody eats. So I don't want anybody coming to my comment section or in the live chat saying, Dave, you're jealous, when I'm the one encouraging all y'all to make a channel that can cut into my bottom line. I'm telling y'all everybody eats. So there ain't no hating going on over here. Black people suffer from cognitive dissonances and plausible deniability. We love the people who don't love us. We want that validation so bad. And I don't need your validation. If at the end of the day, if I never blew up and if I hovered around 20, 25,000 subscribers after I peak out and I get the rock of y'all, I'm cool. Not everybody can get to 1 million subscribers. I get that. Not everybody can get to 100,000 subscribers. But can you be on here and have a good time and implore to other people and build relationships and grow? And then maybe you have a few 2 cents of knowledge to give to the people? Hey, as long as I'm not wasting my time here, and then we had people here who's receptive, I'm cool for that. Exactly, Malcolm. Not all money is good, movie. Even if only hot butter biscuits. All money ain't good money. You know what though? I can say that because I've been working my whole damn life. I've been working since I was 5-6 years old, and I make sure that I keep a few pennies in my pocket. There could be some people here just the most money they've seen in their entire lives. Just the most money they've seen in their entire lives, and they don't know what to do, and they're scared of going back. See, that's the difference when you work a corporate job and you build, when you're a guy and you slowly build and build and build to get you where you are. I got my first gig in 2000. Y2K. And I've been building ever since. So the money that I've been making and been acquiring, it's been slow and steady to the point where I got to my 40s now. And there's a different understanding compared to somebody who may not have that much money, may not have been popping. You get on YouTube and you get on just Pearly's page. Next you know, boom, you're on and popping now. That's a whole different mind state. I get it. But that's just not the way I roll, though. Money don't move me like that. I like money and I need money, but it ain't gonna move me like that because I can't fake it. And if I can't fake it, that means I can't do the job that you want me to do anyway. And if I can't do the job, I ain't gonna get paid on here. So my bet is to be real. My bet is to be me. And I know that sounds cliche. Be real. Well, keeping it real goes wrong. No, when I'm saying keeping it real, I'm talking about myself here, my personality, and how I do YouTube. I can't be a fake person when it comes to moving that way. Not about to say keeping it real goes wrong. I'm saying keeping it real, me being a content creator. And it's crazy. I've been seeing money since 10th grade. I don't F people over for no paper. I know, man. And I know people who've done that. Like they'll cutthroat for $1, $2 to get that percentage, whatever it is. Every little penny, people trying, even your best friends will try to cutthroat you to get any penny if you even go in a business deal with them. And I've never been about that. There's been times where I've had that happen to friends before, and I let them keep the money. And you know what I said? The money ain't that serious. It's serious, but I was like, if you really feel this way here, go ahead and keep the money. I'm done with you. I've walked away from people who I've been tight with and road dog with, and some money situations came out, and I don't even play with it. I'm not gonna argue with you. If you're gonna move that way about money, then it's all good. I'm good on it. If we can be cool like that for that long and you move this way of money, nah, I ain't gonna argue with you. I don't want to fight with it. The thing is, like, I don't want to give you guys the bad argument that I can make it again, which I can. I just don't want to deal. I'd rather just cut it off. Go ahead and get your money then. It ain't that serious to me. It is, but I ain't gonna go ahead and try to cut people cutthroat them. I'm living on a fixed income, but I'm still broke, says Renee. Hey, man, fixed incomes are hard, man. Ricky's like, if you don't believe in something, you fall for anything. Facts, Ricky. Facts, brother. Now you see why the name is Trust None. I hear you, brother. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Auntie's video up right now because Sarah doing that Wednesday afternoon, and then check this out, guys. Sarah dropped this video. Auntie dropped this one an hour later. I mean, God dizzle. How come we can't have beef like this in hip hop where someone go ahead and drop a hot song like that and start? We needed this back in the 90s and 2000s when we had like the Jay-Z and Nas beefs, or maybe like in the 80s, the Boogie Down, you got the Bronx, and they were going at it. We needed this back then where someone goes ahead and drops some hot fire and then someone gets on the mic and comes right back in. So Sarah dropped this around like 1, and then Aunt Jenny came around like 2. Let me bring this video up, guys. Let me bring this up. And if you guys want to know something here, I like Aunt Jenny, but I got some things to say on this, man. Just gonna keep it a buck here. I got a few things to say on this.
She just come up, and then I had to go and see about Sarah. All I want to know is why. Why, Sarah? Now, you're showing pictures. I was all right until you mentioned my name. And you're mentioning my name like I'm under some kind of slave master.
Well, hold on,
Let me explain to you, right?
Let me get the screen better here. The screen don't want to work right. Come on, screen. There we go. Let's get the screen going here. Damn, YouTube don't want to act right here. There we go.
Because Pearl tells me everything. And let me explain to you.
Here we go.
Have you seen my contract? Do you know whether I've got a contract or not? So when you're talking about Auntie Jenny, talk about what you know. Talk about what you've seen. Don't talk about what you don't know. Right? And I always tell Pearl, be careful about who's around you, because not everybody that says they're your friend are your friend. And she's stupid and naive, and she trusts people like how she trusts you. And look what you're going to do. What? Because she won't pay you a salary.
First things first here. Right off the rip here. I know why Auntie's pissed. You put her name in your mouth, brother. Pause. So, of course, you're going to be hot and heavy. So, number 2, nobody wants to know what money you make is out there on the streets. Dave Funny Hip Hop. Hey, it be like that sometimes, Joker. What people don't want is their financials put out by anybody but themselves. So, from that standpoint here, I can understand why she's heated, because she caught a stray. That's what this is about now. She caught a stray. And so now she got to come out here. But here's another thing, though, right? Who's telling the truth here? Right? Because she's like, how do you know what I make? You don't know what I make. But in Sarah's video, his conversation was one-on-one with Pearl, And Pearl told him that he was the high end on the 70-30 and King Richard's auntie on the low end at the 10 to 15%. He may not know the exact percentage, but what's going on is that Pearl told him that he's getting the most. If he signed the contract, he got the most and she got the least. Now, the question is, who's telling the truth here? So, auntie, are you under contract? And if you are you getting this here? And at the same time, though, Sarah, he may have the information because he talked to Pearl directly here, but she's mad. Who wants to have your contract, your numbers, how much you make out there in the streets? I get it. But here's one thing where Auntie's wrong at. She just said here before I pause, you're upset because you didn't get the deal that you want. But Sarah just said that he turned down the deal. He was not going to be locked into no 3-year deal. He's under no contract. There's no way, I don't think, that you could drop a video like that if you was locked into like an exclusive deal. So I get it. She's pissed. I ain't mad. I ain't mad why she pissed. But what we're going to see in this video is sign language from Auntie, unfortunately. And when you're upset, everybody gonna do some sign language. I get it. She caught a straight and didn't deserve a straight. But that's the game right now. And what did I say earlier? You see a strong company by looking at who's the leadership at the top. And right now, Pearl's at the top right now, and we're seeing all this issues going on here, So let's continue. Let's hear what more Auntie got to say.
How do you expect to make money when somebody else ain't making no money? Right? You can't tell me how many hours I do because I come in here for about 4 hours a day. I come in here, I sit down and I go home. That is it. And that's for the party. And you want to take private videos of people at the party, right? What were you doing at the party? Who was you there with? Because all of a sudden you turned up and you're looking really like, you know what I mean? Like, you're one of these, strong black men, you know what I mean? You're wearing your black today and you're wearing your little gold pendant, your little tiny gold pendant. I need a magnifying glass to go and see. But yeah, you're representing the blacks, innit? The same way how you're representing the blacks. Now, I always thought that you were a man that followed Kevin Samuels. God rest his soul. Right? Kevin Samuels. And the way you're turning up, tell them how you turn up. Look how you're dressed now to suit the black man. How do you normally turn up in your Primark shoes? Tell them how you turn up. Tell them how you turn up at the thing. Ask them you didn't want to tell them what you had to say about China, how you were threatened with China too. About, is China for real? Is this guy really for real? Or is you want to expect me to go gossiping about China?
I got to pause this here. She's pissed and she's unhinged right now. This was not a good video. She's pissed. But this is not a good video here because she's ranting on him because she's pissed. Why is my name in your mouth? And we built this, and this is all coming down here, right? But here's the thing here now, Auntie. You're saying things now that is not a part what the video said. Now I get it. You want to go after him now and you're pissed off. So you're going to take shots at him. You got it straight. So now you got to take shots at him. What about China or what other things? Why you at the party? Why you recorded? Woody, woo, right? I get it. She pissed. But everything that she's saying here has nothing to do with the video. And what I would have preferred here, if you're going to try to win the court of public opinion, this is what this is here, right? Sarah came out and says, I denounce Pearl. I'm done with her. This colonization and these slave contracts, I ain't here for it. I'm done. It's a wrap, right? So what Auntie should have done was address the video. But you got to do it like an O'Shea type of thing here. O'Shea's on Pearl's neck right now, right? You need to drop one video addressing what he said. Then come back another video and come back hit it like this here. See, when you come straight for the heat like this here, the point, everything that he says can be validated to a degree because you're not refuting them. You're not pushing back. Only thing you're saying is, have you seen my contract? But Sarah can say is, I talked to Pearl directly. See how that works here? She's right. She can like, you ain't seen my contract. Sarah can say, I talked to Pearl. So yeah, it's bad taste in me to say this here, but you want to know something? Contracts are contracts. So here's another level here. You should talk to Pearl and tell Pearl not to tell people the contract that she's dealing with other people here. They're all individuals. right? So Sarah's contract is Sarah's contract. What negotiation is, whatever she's negotiating with Auntie, she shouldn't even insinuate nothing to Auntie. Just be like, this is our negotiations here. Don't worry about that here. I'm taking care of everybody how I see fit here. I pay people how I think how important you are to the show and to the brand. So Sarah was wrong, but even bigger, if he's telling the truth, Pearl's wrong for letting those contract information slip up. No one's talking about that here. No one's talking about that. That's a level. That's another level here. That when you have bad leadership at the top, you see how everybody else below acts. Joker's like Auntie Jenny. Now, when I came out, I told you it was just about Biggie. Then everybody had to open their mouth with open. Well, this is how we gonna do. F Mob Deep. Hey, Joker, you wrong for that one. You wrong for that one. Hey, man, let me get to these supers here. I'm gonna get back to Auntie in a second. Let me get to these supers. Now we got Joker here. Could you sit there with the $4.99 $5 holler says Auntie Jenny ready to hit him up? First up, FUB and the click you claim. Hey man. Hey Joker. Salud, man. Thank you for the holler, man. For real, man. She coming in like that, like Pac, baby. She coming in like guns blazing. Hey, man, and Z Whips here with the Wood 99 $2 houses. This shows the leadership of the JPT network. That's what I'm talking about here, y'all. You see the issues in your company. Look at the top. AZ, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holler, man. Thank you again. Thank you again. Yeah. So my issue here with, I get it. I'd be mad too if all of a sudden somebody came out and says, hey, yo, I know Dave's channel numbers. He made 42,000 last year, something like that. Like, hey, man, why you putting my numbers out there? Hey, yo, the month of November, Dave would have made $1,000. Hey, man, why you putting my numbers out there like this? I don't know when I would have made $1,000. Hey, man, hey, back in March, he made like $200. Hey, man, I made more $200. What you telling my numbers for? Hey, I'll be upset too. I don't know until my money. I'll tell you how much I make when I tell you. Don't be putting my business out there. But like I said, Sarah was wrong for putting that out there, right? But there is another culprit in here, because even Auntie said that Pearl is dumb and naive and stupid to believe in you. I tell her she shouldn't listen to people like this. Hey, she took a shot at Pearl without trying to take a shot at Pearl. I told you Pearl was stupid. I told you she was ignorant. Listen, she trusted me, damn people. She hot. She took shots at Pearl and didn't even realize it. But hey, guys, this is a lesson here. We continue. If you got a company, you got a job, or you a business, you cannot discuss other people's salaries to other people. People gonna get in their feelings. People gonna think that they should deserve more than that person here. Or if they see that, they're gonna say, okay, I know what I need to do to get to that next level. That's one thing. You're gonna have people that's gonna be jealous. Yo, I know Sarah's the number one cat, but why is he getting more than me? I bring to this table too. Matter of fact, I know Sarah is dope, but I'm on more shows than him, so that means I produce more content. You see, the one thing you don't want to do is have people know exactly what their salaries are, and if it's get put on blast and you got a janky contract and you're already making less, ooh, you're just ready for a fight to happen. So no one ain't talking about this here. Of course, I said earlier, if you grown and you sign a contract, you got to live by it. You're a grown adult. You should have got a legal beaver and assigned it here. So you got to live to your contract. But another thing here is that Pearl should not be discussed. And I get it. The context is Sarah helped her from the beginning. So, of course, if he's getting a 70-30 and then she's saying, well, you get the high end, don't worry, Aunt Jenny, and then they get the low end. Maybe she'll tell him that in confidence because she thought it wouldn't have got out. But now you're going to learn as a business owner. I don't care who it is, right? Unless that person has access to the books, you can't tell what other people are making. It can't happen. It can't happen. Because, like I said, when one person knows how much you make, and if they think that you don't deserve it, it's the end. You may not see the end happening, but when they know it, the end has happened. We just don't have an end date yet. Hey, what's going on, Sheila? Let's get back into it.
About China's back, and I said, he's the real thing. China is whoever he says he is. Tell them about the drink that you brought. Any black man that brings a drink, what drink did they bring to a party?
What?
Right? You had Rolito that brought his cognac. What did you bring? What did you bring to educate the young people? Port.
I mean, I got to pause here, JD. I brought my own drinks to parties before. Unless he's walking like Lil Wayne with a plastic cup and he over here drinking lean. You know what I'm saying? If he came with some lean, okay. But come on, JD. I don't do that. I'm just saying, I came to parties with my own drink because I didn't like what they drank. I don't drink no more. No, you see me with the Moet here, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, it was like, I'll bring something that I drink. Come on, Jenny, that's a reach here now. That's a real, unless you got something in the cup that's illegal that he shouldn't be doing, that can get him in trouble, that can catch a case here. And then right there, if that's the case here on Jenny, that's just wrong right there. Go head to head about what's going on here. But if you're talking about what's in the cup here, and if he's doing some illegal narcotic or something like that, if that's what you're incentivizing here, that's on a whole different thing than him by saying that he knows that Pearl undercuts people with their contracts here. You see, I know you hot, Auntie, but there are certain things. That's not part of the conversation. Your best bet is to refute the video, not just take shots in sign language, because you're losing me on this one. Here's the thing. You could come with me, and if you didn't do this here, you could have 100% facts. I'm like, sorry, I was wrong. But by you making this video, you're not making him look wrong. You're just upset because you took a stray. I brought Don Julio 1942. Yeah, I mean, Sheila, I'm just trying to find out about that, right? I bring drinks to party unless when I hear that, I hear insinuating that he has something in that drink. And that's not a good look because he didn't insinuate any like that to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they caught a stray. But one thing he said about King Richards and Aunt Jenny was Auntie Jenny is the fact that they're not getting paid. And then if you go there, that's the next level. And I get it. Some people may say, all fair love and war, Dave. That's true. But me saying how much you making to you trying to say that there might be some felonies out there for me because I'm doing some illegal usage, that's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? That's where I think when I hear that. So let's continue, guys.
Port. And then you want to go and tell everybody how port is, right? And then what did you do? You stand there, everybody's drinking drinks, and you stand there with your port. And what did you do when you was leaving? You walked out the door and then you come back. Oh, because you forgot your bottle. So much of a man, you forgot your bottle. Now, please don't put me in your mouth. Do not say things about.
Hey, if he took his bottle back, that means he's just cheap. If he brought the bottle to the party, and then when he came back to get the bottle, okay, come on, Auntie. I need more context. I ain't trying to go against you. You're mad. I just need context. Because if he left the bottle, that means that people could have drank from the bottle. That's what I'm thinking. But he didn't want to leave. He went back and said, hey, man, I can't leave out this bottle, man. Shoot, y'all ain't really drinking it. I'm going to drink. I mean, I need some more context on that. Okay? I just know how I moved, you know? So I ain't trying to say I'm just going against you, just go against you. But you're mad. You're mad and you're emotional. When I took his video game and went home, right, Millennial? He was like, hey, man, I forgot my game. It's like, hey, man, hey, don't worry. Y'all figure it's a party. Y'all figure it out. Hey, man, how many times y'all been to a party? He's like, hey, I forgot my stuff. You gonna leave early? Yeah, y'all figure it out. Hey, like, y'all figure it out. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, she has, I get it. I'd be upset too if someone put my money out there on Front Street. I just want I'm going to keep repeating that here. I'd be upset too if someone put my money on Front Street. Like, yo, Dave making $108,000 last year. Don't be putting my money out there like that. I ain't making $108,000. What do you know about $108,000? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. Let's continue.
Things about me that you do not know. You understand? I am retired. Okay. I have bought my own house. You know what I mean? I don't owe nobody nothing.
Great.
I don't do this because I need the money. I do it because I got nothing better to do because I'm retired.
Dope.
So don't come here looking like I'm working for some kind of some slave master, right? That I'm some kind of I'm some kind of slave because that's not me. That's not me. Right? So you are just like MTR. You're bad.
Hold on. She got MTR. You know what though? He's not calling you a slave. He is saying that you're signed to a contract that is slave-like. That's the issue. And you want to know something? She's taking offense to that because if someone told you that you got a slave contract, in a sense, depending on the conversation, they may say that you're a slave. And then, of course, when you go into the context of the situation we got here by her interviewing a known white supremacist and not pushing back on his ignorance and racism, and even in the conversation talking about he is a little racist, you know, all this is coming about, when all this coming about here, and then of course he pocket watched and she got astray. What we got here is somebody who she's gonna go ahead and she's just gonna go off. Because she wasn't expecting this. But hey, that's the game here right now. That's the game. She caught astray. I'm just wishing that Auntie would just stick more to the video, and she's taking shots now. She over here, she be Narada for Pearl. And again, here's the thing I want to add to. If all cooler heads prevailed and calmed down here, right? Auntie broke down that, she's retired, got her own crib, she's chilling. She does this because she got nothing else to do. She's an older woman. I'm getting out the house. Auntie butthurt, says Ricky. God dizzle, Ricky. The question I got to ask is, real talk. Hey, what's going on, T-League? Real talk. One thing I got to ask is, even though you got nothing else to do here, Auntie, this could be a teachable moment as well. Did you or did you not sign contracts that has Pearl and you're upside down to Pearl? Where that even on the high end, if you're only getting 30%, if this is actually happening, this is a teachable moment, not just for young people signing contracts, but older people as well. Right? I'm talking to people my own age here in the 30-year-old bracket, 40, 50-year-old bracket, right? But here's a question. Is it true that you may have signed a bad contract? But you may look at it as a bad contract because you're retired. You're getting a check and you're having fun and you're talking to people of all walks of life and you're traveling, right? So you may not think of it as a bad contract, but let's have a teachable moment here. If it is somewhat true, let's say she's not even getting the low end. Let's say there is the 70-30 split and she's on the 30 end. This is the conversation about adults and Black people getting taken advantage of by corporations and companies who know that we're the talent and giving us pennies and nickels. I get it. She says she's retired and she's doing good. But here's the thing here. Don't you think that you should get paid for your full worth and not let someone else who doesn't even have half the talent pocket the rest of the money? Let me ask that again. You think it's okay that even though, let's just say that Sarah is true, but maybe not on the low end. Let's say it's 30%, which is effed up. But Auntie, if you're retired, I just want to know, is this true? Did you sign an upside down contract? And it was so just a teachable moment because we need our young people to see not to fall the victim for the smiley, pearly faces that come and say, give you opportunity, but you're signing your life rights away. That is the teachable things that we need to get out of this here. Yeah, people are going to say Pearl's a racist or she's not a racist. I said my viewpoints on it. Some people may think that she's a bigot or not. Some people think that she's prejudiced or whatever the case may be. Some people, like he's saying that she's a colonizer, that Sarah saying, or maybe she's not. But here's the conversation that we need to have. As Black people, do we understand business? Do we understand how money works? Do we understand how contracts work? Do we understand that we may need somebody who we might got to pay a percentage to, or we got to give them a cut of the contract to make sure that we're not getting screwed? That is the question I want to know here. Auntie caught astray, but even though she caught astray, did what Sarah say is right? I mean, it's a question we want to ask. I don't want to know how much you're getting. That's not my business. You're a grown adult. But he opened the dialogue. Do we have someone here who started a network and is paying Black people pennies, a la to the music industry, where we're seeing Black artists in rock and roll and jazz music, then we transition to hip hop music, where that they're getting these jacked up contracts. They own your masters. You can't make no money unless you tour. And then on top of that, depending on the situation, you can't even tour off certain songs. And then you got to redo the rendition of the song just to make money. We're seeing Black artists who have that all the time here. So the question is, let's get off the band of Pearl racist. We know the situation. We know the type of person that she is right now. What we want to know is Pearl, the businesswoman, and is she following the same age-old tactics that what corporations and white media and white America have been doing to Black people forever? And we got to have the conversation of people understanding that when it comes to contracts, we just can't trust them because they smile on our face and they're our best friends. That's the conversation that we should be having right now. Unfortunately, she caught the stray. So the question is, okay, people, are you going to go to a network like hers or any other YouTube channel? And are they asking you to sign your life rights away for how many years? That is the conversation that should be now. And the further conversation should be, why are you signing your life rights away? How come that you don't want to put a little bit of elbow grease in here and do this on your own and get 100% of the check? Or how about this here? You may not can do it at your home like me and spend the money to build a studio that y'all don't see everything that I'm trying to build in my basement right now. But maybe if you really are serious about it, you might find someone who can help you out. There might be some studios out here that rent out people so that you can go get studio time just to get the ball started. Hence the studio to where you at now. They don't got to own you. Why don't you just pay for studio time? Own your stuff and build it out. It may take a little bit longer, but 100% ownership is better than giving your life away. That should be the question now. That should be the conversation. That's what I want to know. We need to implore with more of our Black people to understand financial responsibility, fiscal responsibility, understanding business, not signing anything that you don't understand. If there's some jargon that you say that I don't understand, but you're my friend, I trust you, I'll go ahead and put my John Hancock to this ink to paper. No. We need to encourage to build more awareness so that even if you're happy in your situation, like I'm on TV, I'm retired, but is Pearl taking the money that should be in your pocket? Just because she got a studio and editors, who cares? You don't need a nice ass studio for her to collect 70%. She big red, y'all. Hey, what's those Pearly's hours, y'all? 9 to 5. Hey, man, all you gotta do is replace Big Red with Pearly for the 5 heartbeats. We got the same situation right now. She's ain't hanging her people over the balconies. Who knows who she got working for her might be doing that. But these contracts should be the conversation here. We are adults and you should not sign anything. But what happens when you got either people who don't understand business? And we need to have these conversations because it keeps happening over and over again. Hey, shout out to my man Z-Whiff with the $19.99 $20 holla, turn the chat orange here. Let me go what you got here, brother. The play would have been to let Sarah's clip stand. Eventually, most would have said Sarah was sour grapes. Making a reply clip with a glass of wine and your emotions and yelling, no matter what she says, validated why she said what she said. Yeah, you're right, man. Hey, Z. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I understand why she's hot. Guys, I keep repeating this because I don't know what I would do if someone actually knew my information and put my name in their mouth and started spitting that. So, and here's the thing too. I really believe that contract is true that she signed because of how angry she is. Like, I'd be upset, but yo, she got the AK out. What do you know about it? What do you know about how much I'm making? You know, like that is like, yo, he's right, but he had no right to speak on me. That's what that sounds like. And I get it. She shouldn't, but you know what though? She shouldn't have made this video. It's not a good look, but I get it though. You got to protect yourself. But you know what though? Sometimes, you got to catch yourself, take a pause before you turn the camera on and you're talking to the mic. Sometimes you got to take a chill pill, be like, hold on. Let me gather myself before I get on there. At least have your thoughts and process in mind here. Respond to the video, not the sign language here that you're pissed off right now, because it didn't help the cause. If anything, there's people like me that saying, I like you, auntie, but it's making Sarah right here. Silence would have been golden here, or waiting a day to respond would have been golden here. Coming an hour later didn't help because she was in her feelings, so she's going off the cuff, off the dome. Shout out to my man Drew Tate in the building with the $2 holla, saying salute, family. What's poppin', bro? Drew in the building, the Druid, man. How you doing, brother? Hey, brother. Salute. Thank you for the holla, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Drew, I don't know if you're still here, if you can hear this, man. I'm going to take back what I said the other day when you was talking about the Devin Haney fight and Lomachenko when it's going to be in Vegas on May 20th? And I was like, yeah, I was planning on going back to Vegas on May 20th to go see that fight. And you want to know something, Drew? I got to work that weekend. So not only am I going to be in New York next Sunday, I'm going to be in New York that weekend. So I'm being a flipper right now. I wish if I was at Madison Square Garden, because your boy's going to be in New York. So on your next live, I'll be like, damn, Drew, you were right. I wish it was in New York because I'm being New York. Now I'm being selfish right now. I'm being selfish, Drew. So if you hear this, man, I rock with you on that one. I'm being selfish right now. I hope you're having a good weekend, brother. Hey, man. Trust No says, nobody is off living these streets. Hey, man. I know, man. T. Lee says, I found in life that not everyone wants to build a thing. Some people are happy with work. Some people are happy working. Others, entrepreneurs need those types. You're right, T. Lee. You're right. That's a good point here. That's a good point. Some people are cool with just working. When it comes to this content creator space, there's a lot that goes on here, right? And I know for a fact that there was times where that I wish I didn't have to do as much. But once you get started and you realize it's yours, man, you can't control it. You know, you got to do what you got to do to succeed. And I wish the only thing I need to do was just come sit down, turn the camera on, start the broadcast, and just start spitting. And then when it's over, hit end broadcast, I just walk away. That's what Aunt Jenny does. All I got to do is walk on. She ain't got to turn the camera on. They got cameramen. They got a whole studio. All she got to do is sit on the sofa, and then when they say go, it's go time. And then when it's over, she gets off the sofa and she's gone. That's easy. I get it. I just don't think that's worth only 10 to 15%. That's not worth 10 to 15%. Like, you don't want to make your own thumb. You got a whole crew there, so you don't got to worry about the camera. Okay. You don't got to worry about the mics. Okay. Got a nice studio. Yes. Okay. You don't got to worry about thumbnails. Okay. Yeah, you know what, though? That's all fine, Danny. But all that is worth you only getting 10 to 15%? No. You know? Basically, say it's a music game. You got to pay for studio time. You got to pay for the producers. You know? Hey, man, we got to recoup all these funds here, all this cost. I get it. Studios do cost. Doesn't mean you got to rob me for it. Rob Peter to pay Paul. Hey, came on, man, you know? All right, let's get back. Let's finish off this Aunt Jenny, what she's got more to say here. Like I said, I understand, I empathize with her, but I'm just saying that the timing was off. And because the timing and alcohol, she was not able to do what she wanted to intend for this video here. But let's continue.
Bad-minded and you're bitter. Why? Because, oh yeah, you've helped her. And what has she done? What has she done? What has she done? Those that can't do better than her. You got so much do better than her. Don't ride on the coattails of her. Do better than her. That's what you should be doing. So rather than go around and betraying somebody.
Before she comes on this, I don't like this part here, right? I'm gonna let it cook. I know I'm stopping a lot here. I just want to say this point before I lose my thought. This has been a huge argument point in the YouTube comment, in these YouTube streets here. You say, you do better, you're jealous. The people who can do it, do it. People who can talk about it, right? I don't see this as Sarah was on, like, being bitter. He's the right-hand man. He on the contract. He gets a flat fee. You know, I did not get the bitter. People who don't, here's the thing I hate. Unless you got an information that showcased that he is being bitter, all right, cool. But the one thing that I hate is that if you're not on the side of Pearl, you're bitter because she got 1 million subscribers and you don't. No. See, people want to go to that low-hanging fruit argument. And that's not always the case. That is not always the case. Do better. Do better. Well, Sarah did do better. He was right there hand in hand and instrumental in building Just Pearly things. From that standpoint, he was there. He was there before you. I'm just saying. You know, so I hate that unless there's concrete proof on that. Because anytime that, here's a line that, remember the rapper Common. He said this on, what's that song? It's back in 2000. Is it The Light? Not The Light. Dang it. I gotta do this here. There's no way. It was produced by DJ Premier. I can't let this go. Common featuring DJ Premier. What song was that, guys? It was on the Like Water for Chocolate soundtrack. The Sixth Sense. That was one of my favorite songs. And there's a line that Common says in there. He says, I don't like it. I don't like it. It don't mean that I'm hating it. Sarah don't like what he likes what's going on right now. That don't mean that he hating on it. Doesn't mean that he's bitter. So there's going to be, here's the thing though, there's going to be some people who are going to be upset. Some people are going to be jealous. This is the YouTube game. People are going to look at other content creators like, how come that person's bigger than me? They're going to be jealous. They're going to be jealous. That's going to happen here. But there are so many other content creators and people trying to put that same mark on people. And it's like, no, we let Pearl rock. We ain't made no diss videos on her. You never heard no bad words out of my mouth. People will say that we let her rock. Just like Common said right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating on it. I don't like what's going on right now, you shiftless Negroes. Y'all want to go to, you just go, oh, you're just upset. The other women are upset because she's bigger. No, we just don't like what's going on. People got to understand that you don't have to like something and it don't got to be hateration or holleration. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. No, just because someone criticizes it doesn't mean that they're haters. And that is the problem with low-level people there. Unless you know for a fact that that person has been hating beforehand, you can't come out later saying that, oh, they're just haters now. No, stop that. That's you with not even a good argument, so you go to the lowest common fruit. Say what I said here, that's a hate. We're just spitting the facts here. Let's continue.
Who thought that you were their friend, right? But all of a sudden you're there doing.
This is business. You know right away. You gotta leave that friendship crap out the door.
Secret videos that you want to go and show everybody. Keep my, as Will Smith said, keep my name out your mouth. Keep my name out your mouth. All right, Zara? Keep my name out of your mouth. Right? Because you and me are in nothing. Whatever you and Pearl's got. Nobody else that mention my name, but you want to come and mention my name. Do not mention my name. Man up. Don't just dress up like a black man when you want people to be there and then in your £15 shoes. Your £15. Yes, I checked because I'm that kind of person. I'm into shoes. I looked inside and I saw Primark. I'm wearing Marks and Spencers. You understand? And Pearl never paid for this. So I can't see how you would expect to get a salary. Yes, she pays for all of this. You know why? Because what people don't realize, I come in here and I sit down and I chat. Right? I chat. I come down on the way to my grandkids, or I might go and see my man, or I might go and see my friends. I come down here and I chat. I come down there and I chat. I'm all slave masters. So slave masters going to pay for my mother's funeral. Slave masters asking me out. Slave masters knew my mum. Come on, Sarah.
Actually, yeah. Every once in a while, slave masters did throw us some little stuff here, just make it seem like they're human. I mean, she's so pissed off that I know Auntie can give better arguments than this. I know she can. I know that she can be just opposed to a different position. I know that if she wasn't in the studio and she had time to, get some water and then drive into the studio and then mic up, it'll be different. Everything that she's saying is she's hurt. Her and Sarah are probably mad tight. They probably spend countless hours just talking outside of just the basic YouTube game. The fact that nothing's being addressed from this video, outside the fact that I do agree with saying that keep my name out your mouth, because yeah, I get it. But the issue here is that she sounds so hurt because here's her friend and what he did. And this is no coming back, guys. When someone does what Sarah does there is no coming back. That is the mic drop. It's been real. Nice knowing y'all. We are enemies for life now. And you want to know something? The only way this ends, where they're no longer enemies for life, is Pearl just comes out and is like, yeah, I'm the biggest racist there is. And the mask comes off and everybody's like, oh my God, the goddamn. Like it's one of those horror films and everybody runs for their life like Scooby-Doo. That's the only time it's going to be good. If we don't have a situation like that, she knows, Sarah knows that it's beef going forward. They are done. It's a wrap. Cancel Christmas. Let's continue.
Do better. Do better. Do better. You sound sad and bitter. That's what you sound.
You do,
sad and bitter because you didn't get your own way. Because if she fell for you last week and she listened to what you had to say last week, you would have been signed up for the same thing last week. So just because you got turned down, right, because you want a salary. No, everybody gets paid according to how well their channel.
Sarah said that he didn't want the deal, the contract. So something's not adding up here, Auntie. You're saying that he's bitter. His video, he was calm and direct here. He wasn't yelling. And he said that I have never been signed and I would not sign. Just got to add that in here, guys. I know I'm stopping a lot, but she's off the chain and she is pissed off. But we got to level set this here. See, if she didn't come out with guns blazing like this here, I'll take a different approach with this here. I thought she was saying do better. Shout out to Theo, right, Z? For real. Shout out to Theo.
Channel does. And me, as you can see, I don't really give a shit about how my channel does. I like talking to people and I go out there. If it makes money, it makes money. If it don't, it don't.
That's the problem. That right there was the problem. I get it. Her situation might be different. She says, I don't care about my channel. If it makes money, it makes money. If it don't, it don't. So I went to Aunt Jenny's channel and I see the thumbnails. I see the views. And stuff. She got over 40,000 subscribers on her channel. So basically what Pearl's able to do, she has somebody who is a good content creator. Auntie has some good talking points. And when she's on a roll on that show, she be spitting. I've seen the clips. You know, the shorts get sent to me. I don't sit there and watch Pearl, but people send them to me and they just be directly on Aunt Jenny. I'm like, yeah, Aunt Jenny be spitting. She be getting on these young girls, right? But here's the situation here that is not being talked about. She signed a contract, as we know. So she's a grown adult and knows what you're doing here. But she clearly says that she doesn't care if the channel makes money. But you know who cares that the channel makes money? Pearl. Because that looks like an organized channel. Go to her channel right now. Look at the videos. Look at the thumbnails. Clean cut. The thumbnails are consistent. Not like my thumbnails. I'm still trying to find my way. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my thumb. I do thumbnails and I'm still trying to balance that. I'm not an AV guy. That's why I hired an editor to do this stuff. You know what I mean? But she may say that she don't care. Pearly does. Because when I see that channel, I see those thumbnails. I see the titles. I see a well manicure channel that's being built up, and she's using Auntie's face there because that's her, and then they're using that to drive the content here. So technically Pearl may be giving her only 10 to 15%. She's just caking off this channel for nothing. Guys, I don't know about y'all, but if I had a 40,000 sub channel and that I help somebody, and the only thing I have to do is give that person 10%. Sign me up all day, every day for that. When that's the case, wait, all you want to do is just sit down and talk, and I get to collect the rest of it? Oh, cool, man, give me this money. But that is the problem here. Unfortunately, Auntie, that's the problem. This is a teachable moment here. You should care because somebody is taking the money that should be going into your pocket. You may not care about the money. You could be like, I'm good, but you know who could do that money? I don't know if you got, I don't know your situation. If there's kids, there's grandkids, your aunties, so there may be nieces and nephews. My thing is that why does Pearl deserve all this money when that you are entitled to more than that? I'm not saying that just because the situation that you go to Pearl Studio that you should own 100% of everything. The issue is that you deserve more than 10 to 15%. She's using you. You may not care because you're retired and you're good and you got money, but just because you're good doesn't mean that it gives people the green light to take advantage of you. And you may say I'm not being taken advantage of. Yes, you are, because that is your money. Those splits, even if it's on the low end, like a Sarah or high end at 30%, you deserve more than what you're getting. You should be getting paid. And unfortunately, though, this is what we got to talk about when we have our people sign contracts and you're locked in. We need our people to understand, like, just because you think you're good is not a good excuse. That's your money. You should get every penny of that. Get yourself a good legal beaver and say, nah, if you want me here, pay me what I'm owed because I am value to this channel, into this content here. By paying only 10% showcases how much you value me. And this goes back to the first point from the first lives days ago when I said that she doesn't respect us. She don't even respect her own crew to even offer them a legit contract. There is not even a business respect here. There's not even a business respect here. So in a sense where I'm going to play the rest of this video here, where Auntie Jenny is so pissed off at Sarah, if anything, how come we're not internally not putting this blame on Pearl? She has created this environment because the leadership and everything starts at the top. The top creates this and it trickles down. Now, you can either say that Sarah may be a Judas, but everything that's in place, her ideas, these contracts, the way she's moving, the way she dismisses certain things, everything that goes on, it starts from leadership at the top. And when you have grade A, good leadership, then you're going to have some problems now and then, but you're not going to have no fiascos like this. This gets nipped in the bud when you have good leadership. Good leadership knows how to handle this, even in a racist situation. Even when you got a dust up like this, the top people know how to navigate this here. You know, so let's get back to Auntie here. Let her finish off here, but this is what needs to be discussed. She's older than me, obviously. So I want to ask the question, when not only of our older black and brown people who are being taken to the contracts they don't think it is, but our younger people taking advantage of contracts, going ahead and putting your John Hancock on things that we don't understand, but you're happy and content because you are getting some money. And just because you're getting some money don't make a difference. I saw someone in the chat who brought up the movie about Chess Records, and that was based on the true story, because what they would do is they'll keep blacks happy by just getting everybody it was a Cadillac Records. The place is called Chess Records. It was called Cadillac Records, right? And what was it they were doing there? They was giving everybody Cadillac because they'll keep them happy because they had a brand new car. They knew how to make black people happy. They knew how to placate black people by giving them something of value, but it wasn't worth anything. Cars are a depreciating value. Yeah, we'll give you $20,000 car. It ain't gonna be worth them by $6,000 in a couple of years. Or you could give me ownership of this here, plus I get a residual in perpetuity. That way that I'm eating forever here, not just one time nice little gift that if I got into a car accident, it's no good. We gotta talk more about us black people signing contracts that are fucked up, people. We need our black people to have more conversations with lawyers saying that before you sign this contract, bring it to a legal beaver so they can understand it. We need to have general conversation in general about money, about business, about finances, because this right here is showcasing a bigger thing here. We got grown adults who are okay signing contracts that sound really, really, really fucked up, like yesteryear's 70-year-old contracts from the music industry. That's the conversation that we need to start having here. We know Pearl's gonna do what she's gonna do here, but what's gonna happen moving forward with other people gonna be signed under her here? This is a light that needs to be shined here. You work for her, she's gonna take all your money. And are you okay taking all your money just for the fact that you're just trying to get on? Let's continue.
So don't talk about what you don't know. Whatever contracts you think that everybody else has got, talk about everybody else. But please don't talk about me about what you don't know.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Because you're the kind of person that will go out there and be taking pictures of everybody. You should be a man. You should be a man. And right now, you sound pathetic. You sound hurt. You sound bitter. And you know what? You can tell it is because you're delayed.
This is what you sound
and you got to think to yourself, what kind of person, all the people that are going out there, what kind of person could go friend up with somebody and then be taking pictures and using their stuff behind their back? You're a traitor. You're a snake in the grass. You're an embarrassment. And you're a fraud. I, Auntie Jenny, are calling you a fraud. Calling you a fraud. You are a fraud. You were coming on here and talking about, oh yeah, this woman does that. Don't go out. But no, you were not with a single mother. You got hurt by a single mother. You were raised by a single mother. And that's why you're hurt and you're bitter. So rather than
see, all this is sign language. This is, you see, yeah, I've watched it when he talked about being raised by a single mom, right? Once again, Auntie, the only thing that you have addressed is the contract and your name in his mouth. After that, you're not saying anything else. This is bad. Protest did a copyright strike on Sarah Garrett? For real? Oh! Oh, wow. For real. Hey, check us out. This is what Dark just put in my chat here. Pro just did a copyright strike on Sarah Garvey's channel. Oh, here's the thing though, right? He's going to fight that because it wasn't a copyright strike until today. Everything was all good a day ago. Everything was all good a day ago. You know, I wonder how that battle's going to be because here is somebody that is just going to go to YouTube arbitration, the copyright strike. I don't know how it's going to go down, right? If that's actually true, right? I don't know how YouTube's going to handle that. You know, you're going to ask him to take all the, I mean, he might be cool about saying, hey, I'll take all the content down. I don't need it. You know, I need to look into that, you know, but Auntie, everything that's right, Ziggy. Everything that she's saying about Sarah is how she's moving right now.
And see what Pearl does and slugging her down. Beat her to it. Do better than her. Do better. That's what you need to do.
See,
because
people, unfortunately, they're going with the argument that people are jealous, that saying do better, beat her. There was nothing in his video that's saying that I'm gonna do better, need to beat her. He's like, I can't deal with this here. You over here giving these janky contracts. Say what you want to say. You may say that the video is disingenuous. There was nothing he said that was yelling or bitter. He made sure that was, a pre-recorded, not live stream. He, had the jacket on. You saw the tone in his voice. You see the relaxed tenor of him. So if it's a copyright strike, I want to know how YouTube moves this here, because up until yesterday, YouTube, whatever kind of argument he's going to pose, we were in a partnership together for all these years. And now you do this here because we have a falling out here now. So I'm kind of curious if YouTube might say, well, bring the strike down, take the content. There might be some negotiations involved here. But yeah, now we're getting nasty now. Someone's gonna go through his channel with a fine-tooth comb, and then she's not gonna say anything about no damn fair use. She's gonna try any video that may have pearl things in there. They're gonna mark it as a copyright, and you didn't get written permission from. So this is gonna be a slippery slope. That sounds, if that is true, that it's an emotional dig here. And I think that a lawyer might be, depending if he's gonna lawyer up, or you go to arbitration with this one, or you go ahead and you hire someone to go to court with this here. This could be figured out. Someone take down the content, you remove the copyright strike, then we move on here, right? So that's gonna be an interesting battle here. The strike was because of the beginning. He's on there though. Yeah, that's the irony though. You make T. Lee because of the beginning. He's in the beginning. It's him. And you know what though? Here's the funny thing that he might argue. I wrote that beef thing. I came up with that. There's gonna be we're gonna let Auntie Jenny finish. This is just the beginning here. The fighting has just begun. Forget all the racist stuff that we're talking about. I mean, don't forget about it. But now we're talking about a civil war between blacks inside the manosphere, the black manosphere. What we got here is a true civil war within their space itself here. People are gonna be taking sides. We're not gonna see it right now. People are gonna be quitting. People are gonna leave. People are gonna be doubling down, and they rock with Pearl. That's gonna be the next question next few weeks here.
Because as people know, she can't tell me what to do because I come in and I do what I like. You understand? So do not mention my name. Don't put my name in your mouth. It's too good to be in your mouth. You understand? Too good to be in your mouth. You want to talk about what you know about Pearl? You talk about what you know about Pearl. Because you know what all people are going to see you for is a snake in the grass. Because that's what you done. You infiltrated the team and now you're trying to say, oh, it's this and that. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you was drinking. Talk about what you was doing at the party. Talk about how you mingle with the guests. Talk about what you do, you nasty piece of work. Leave me out of it. I'm done.
Oof. I'm done. Shout out to Joker with the $4.99 $5 says, hey, Auntie. Hey, you trying to Michael B. Jordan, Joker? Trying to Michael B. brother. Hey, Joker. Salute. Thank you for the holler, man. You ain't right for that one, man. Hey, Auntie. You over here doing this Michael B. Jordan. Joker ain't right, man. You ain't right, brother. He did talk about what he know. Yeah, I know. See, that was not a good video, Auntie. I get it. That's one of them videos That video is only good for the pro Pearl squad. Yeah, auntie. Yeah, let's ride. Hit them up like Pac. Yeah, we gonna ride these busters. We gonna ride these busters, fool. Sarah's a buster. You know, you gotta get that West Coast accent. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get on these busters. Sarah's a buster. We gonna ride on them. Come on, let's roll up on these busters. Sarah gonna get this work, kid. Come on, buster. Come on. What up, fool? What up, punk? Mark. Hey, man. That's what that was. That's all that was. That was a video to rally the troops. That was a video to rally the troops. What's going on, Anthony? But she did not say, only thing that she said that was right. And I'm going to be real. Like I said, I'm going to repeat again. Keep my name out your mouth. Like Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? That's like, well, and I get it. Because you bring money and you counting papers and you counting wallets. But everything else, she was all over the place. Then you have the alcohol here that she was inebriated, so she was in go time. You add alcohol, early day drinking, it's go time. And almost night, that's day drinking. You know, it's go time. You know, she ready. You know, so this ain't gonna end, guys. This is not gonna stop. There's content creators there's people out there who's not even associated with Pearly Things who agree with Auntie saying that, yo, he a traitor, he a Judas. Let's ask this question here. If a black man is in a situation where he works for a white person and they're under racist fire and he don't align with that character or that moral value, you can't get mad for him wanting to leave. Don't care how up on the food chain he is. I'm kind of curious what this same vitriol be about if he didn't make the video. But here's the problem, though. Him being Sarah, if he felt I can't deal with this no more and had to leave, he had to make a video. He had to make a statement. It couldn't be written because written be taken out of context. He had to make a voice video of, a voice note, whatever the case may be. She should have let that info simmer. I barely remember him speaking on her, but now she look hurt no matter how right. She wasn't right though, Ziggy. The only thing that she was right about, if you get into it, someone says, yo, keep my name out your mouth. It's between you and Pearl, right? Jay's like, little Mark. Yeah, you remember Boys in the Hood? What up, fool? What up, punk? Mark. But yeah, I mean, everything that Sarah said was the video clips explaining 2022 about her not understanding colonization, certain books that'll help the education between UK and Britain, and blacks and how, the country being built from, those things like that, slavery. I want to see somebody just say, hey, he just way off on this one here without a true bias. Because if you guys see from the video, I expressed where I thought he was right. And I expressed where I don't get down with that here. There's nuance involved. Someone can be disingenuous, but doesn't mean they're telling the facts. And if someone be disingenuous but telling the facts, do we throw the facts out because they're disingenuous? Because you could say, like, yeah, he is hurt. He is butthurt. He left the gravy train. You could make that move here, but he volunteered for it. He didn't get fired. Guys, did he volunteer this or did he get fired? All this happened, this firestorm, he was like, I'm good, I'm done. I don't want this. He didn't get fired. He walked away. Is there some things in that video that's a little bit off? Yeah, he ain't 100% right. No. There's a lot of hurt feelings on both sides here. People are pissed off. People are hurt. People are mad. I'm just saying that now that we're here Friday, I'm kind of curious, tribe, what's going to happen next week. I don't see anything happen on Saturday and Sunday. Y'all know that the heat going to come on during the week. Damn, I need more drink after Auntie, says Joker. Jay's like, the real Judas is the one with their hand in their pocket, knowing you deserve more or better than what they're giving you, and you go and defend them. That's another way of looking at it, Jay. I ain't trying to be in your pockets, Auntie, but If you got a contract with 10 to 15%, I hope that 3 years is going to end very soon. And then if you're going to renegotiate a pro to stay on there after this here, you better get more than 10 to 15%. Just because you're happy doesn't mean it's right. Right, guys? Just because somebody makes you happy doesn't mean that they're right. Jay, you ain't right. Ricky! Boys the hood. Sorry. Sorry, Ricky Hawkins. So he said he was an independent contractor. A contract was offered, but a contract was offered, not asked for. Right, Ricky? Pro came to him and offered a contract. And he turned down the 70-32. So he was offered that. So anything that Jenny was saying, it's like you're just mad because you didn't get the deal. He said that he was offered it and turned it down. Maybe she's also upset too because he got there. Here's nothing to look at too. I ain't trying to instigate, but she did call Pro stupid in her rant. And if Sarah's right that he was being offered 30%, and let's say Auntie was offered 10 to 15%, we can't be. Don't you think there might be something in Auntie in the back of her head that maybe I should get 30%, but this alcohol got me acting, y'all? I don't think y'all heard me. I don't think y'all heard me on this one. Hold on. All that ranting, she's mad about her money being put out there, but also, could there be something in that rant that's pissed off because Sal said he was offered 30 and Auntie may not be getting 30? So part of that rant is I got offered a small contract and I should be getting a little bit more. I got to defend Pro right now, but I'm pissed off, so I'm just going in. Just a thought, guys. Just a thought. Just a thought. I never forget my very first full-time job in downtown Chicago. I was making $33,000 a year. Not that much money back then, but if you think about cost of living, how much the dollar was from there to today, it's like the equivalent like $67,000 today. You know, so still okay. You know, the gas back then was like about $1.10 a gallon. You know, it wasn't hurting. Right? Gotta tell you though, I never forget. After I got hired, like I was at this job for like 2 years. After a year, they had a whole bunch of new hires come in, and these new hires were paid more than me. I never forget that. They came in making about $1,000 more a year than I was. Now I've been there for a year. And it's like, yo, it pissed me the hell off. I don't know how, I forgot how I got leaked, but it's like, yo, these cats making more than me. And I was in my feelings. I was like, oh my God, I've been here for a year. These cats come in here and already making more money than me. And I learned a hard lesson right then and there. Hey, man, you can't get mad at what you negotiate. You get what you get. And if someone comes in and gets more, you can only be mad at yourself. And I learned right then and there. It's like, hey, you negotiate your value. You can't get mad what other people get here. It's a lesson here where it's that don't sign no contracts that you don't understand. And that just because you're happy doesn't mean that you're getting the full benefits of what you bring to the company, to the job, or to that entity. So just remember that, guys. Remember that. No, Ricky, it was 70% for Pearl, 30% for him. It's upside down. It's upside down. No, it's only what I was talking about earlier. The only time positive, you have your own channel, it's 70% us, 30% YouTube on the shorts. But what this contract is talking about is 30% for Sarah, 70% for Pearl. 10 to 15% for King Riches and Auntie Jenny, and 80 to 85 for Pearl. Hey, what's going on, Kiki? It's very hot in the Philippines. Oh man, Hey, real fast here, man. We got some crazy heat waves going on here, right? We were in the cold this week here. We got like knocking on 70. We got like tornado warnings tonight, y'all. We're gonna have hail and tornadoes possibly tonight. It's crazy out here in these streets, man. It's crazy. This weather's all over the place, man. Oh, is the answer to Ricky? Okay. Oh, to T. Lee. Okay. My bad. Shout out to T. Lee here with the $5 holler says, if she offered him more, this video wouldn't exist. I don't think so, T. Lee. Hey, man, salute. Thank you for the holler, man. I don't think so. I think this is a bridge too far. Here's how I looked at the situation here before it happened. I don't know if you guys saw the live stream on Sunday. I was adamant saying that if you worked for Pearl and you didn't leave, I understand if you may have had a contract, there could be situations in place. You know, I don't know how the pay scale is. I said all these things on Sunday. I don't know how their pay scale is. If this is your only job or this is your side hustle, but if this is your only job, you're not going to quit right away because you got to figure out where the next dollar is going to come from here. I said all these things here, but Cyrod didn't have a contract. Here he got his own channel, doing his own thing here. You know, so you just survived a tornado? Damn, T. Lee. And this weather's all over the place, man. This weather's all over the place. So yeah, it's a crazy situation, guys. But this ain't ending. This is not going to end. This is just the beginning. Now, the question that I got is, Cyrod said in that video at the end that he only gave about 30% of the information. Ironic, right? He said, I gave about 30%. That means that there's probably, he's saying that there's 70% more information that will be dropped at a later time. Ooh. All I want to know is when that information is going to come out, and will it be still videos? Will it be live streams? Or will it be a combination of both? Because here's the thing that's going to be missed here, guys. He came with receipts in that video. You can get onto his mad because he was filming the party and things of that nature, but he got receipts. So the question will be for the next stuff that he drops. If he got receipts, how you going to defend it? I'm going to say, for the coons defending her. If he got, you can say that he's a turncoat, but if he got receipts, how do you back that up now? He could be a turncoat. He could be a Judas, but if he got the receipts and he says he got receipts and he drops them, how are you going to support this? You know what I'm saying? No NDA? No NDA 10 plus? Nah. Like I said, you know how a company is run by seeing who's the competent one at the top here. Who's the president and how competent is he? Who's the CEO and how competent he or she is here? Well, seeing the competence here. Hey, man, you can have a good when the money's flowing in and, you know, everybody's happy. But all it takes, hey, if everybody ain't happy, all it takes is for one situation to turn the whole thing upside down. Hell, look at New Jack City. Everybody was happy until the Carter went down. When the Carter went down, we found out that no one liked the light-skinned brothers. The pretty mother from the bank. Hey, when they were making money in the Carter, and nobody was complaining. When the Carter went down, we found out that no one liked the light-skinned Chris Williams in that movie. Hey guys, all it takes, money could be flowing in. Everybody could be rich. Y'all partying, y'all getting it. We getting A-rap money. You're getting it in. And all of a sudden, just one person or some people who ain't happy and they know behind the scenes this issue is not right. And all it takes is for one fiasco that says, thank you, it finally happened. I'm going in and I'm getting out. Right, Joker? Rockabye, baby. He gonna meet with Elvis. I could probably recite that movie word for word too. Yeah, Jay's always went all over the place like auntie. Yeah, he just kept compiling racist info since October. Hey, he a content creator. He been in the game for years, man. Guys know, keep the camera rolling. You get your phone out. Let it keep going. That's what, if you a content creator, what you do? You pull your camera out. You never know when that's content that be ready to go. You at a party. Ooh, you can say it's a snake in the grass, but hey, when you're a content creator, you realize, turn it on, hit record. He got receipts, y'all. So my thing for the coons out there to say that, yo, he's disingenuous. Or, you know, people like, why you keep calling coon? Y'all fighting for a white girl who don't respect y'all. I just don't get it. the extra energy. And I'm like, I'm good. Keep fighting for white. Keep fighting for Miss Hand. What's the point? Right, Jay? Throw in the towel. Throw in the damn towel. I don't mind talking about it because it's YouTube. Your boy's trying to get your boy's in the game here. We're gonna talk about it. But to ride as hard as you do. Hey man, I'm in this part here. I'm just curious of what kind of receipts Sarah says. Because if he got some hardcore receipts, you know what I'm gonna say? Hey y'all can be mad at him all you want, but what these receipts say? Because Aunt Jenny with the response says, yeah, you pissed off, but you didn't respond back to the video. So if this is gonna be the continuous here, at that she's gonna send she's gonna send the people out for her, it's not a good look. King Richard's live stream wasn't a good live stream. I couldn't sit there and listen to it, but when I did listen, he was not forming good arguments. Like, if you're gonna send your cats out there, they gotta have good arguments. They gotta be 10 toes down, ready for the fight. Even just like Slim Charles said in The Wire, even if the fight is on the lie, they gotta go ahead and fight on that lie. They gotta go in all the way in. Cancel this. I'll get another one. The manager was recording, no smoke, but the black man recorded, that's wrong. Yeah, I get it, right? Yeah. You know what though? And anytime you have a situation where that you're tight with somebody and now they're on the opposite side, they're gonna be labeled a Judas. You supposed to be with us. We've been here long nights and early mornings. We laugh, we kick it, we party, and now you do this here. It feels like the ultimate betrayal to them. But is it really betrayal? Or it was like, yo, this ship was sinking anyway, and I'm just going ahead and get my life preserver. I may sound biased. I know I do. I know I sound a little biased on this one. But I do call a spade in that video where that I didn't agree with everything Sarah said. But there is some evidence in there. It's like, hey, man, there's going to be more to come. And I'm here for it. And for that here, I'm going to let y'all know, go ahead and don't join a conglomerate. Get it on your own. It feels so much more fulfilling and great when the fact this channel's all mine and I don't got to rely on other people or got to fight and there's no infighting, stuff like that. And I will be honest, that's kind of what happened to our old channel. We were not on the same page, me and my guys. And so we were not on the same page. If we're not on the same consensus, it was not fun. And when you're not on the same page, then you can't really do the content you really want to do. And then we broke up. We stopped doing the channel because I felt that the channel should be this way here and everybody else felt another way here. It was a 3-on-1. We didn't agree. And if you don't agree, then you can't work in a team together. And that was an issue that we have, But here's a situation with this here. You got a man who didn't agree and got receipts and put it on Front Street. So they're gonna go ahead and bail out. So this is not gonna be the first. These not gonna be the last videos. This ain't gonna be the last videos. Tomorrow's April Fool's, and ain't gonna be no fools, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, T-Liz, I ain't defending Pearl. It just seems like Sarah is riding the train. Or how about this here, T-Lee? How would you feel if you was in that situation? Could you stay there? Ask yourself this question here. Like, this is the question that people need to ask themselves. You know that this is happening. You know that these issues are going on. G-Money started smoking crack after Nino started smashing his hoe. Yeah, right, Jay. I want my cut, Dave. Renee says, I want my cut. Guys, I get it. I get it, T-Lee. I get it. But if you were in that same situation and you being a black man, this is a white woman, this happens here, and you say to yourself, this is the fork in the road. I can't do this anymore. What is going to happen? Are you going to fake it, T-Lee, and just kind of ride it out and just be like the warrior for them? Or are you just going to get out now where you got your sanity? I mean, we got to think about it. Put yourself into that position and then look at your deep down morals. I'm not getting on you, T-Lee. I'm just saying to ask yourself that question, right? Because we got to ask ourselves, can we live with ourselves at night knowing that this doesn't align with our values? Yeah, I know that, T-Lee. He been there. He said that. And I question that too. That's the part I said. You came late, T. Lee. I questioned that. I mentioned that part. I'm like, if you saw this before, you should have, I can't do it. But the one thing that we don't have is context again. He stayed, but he left now. But here's the thing, though. Let's look at this here, T. Lee. She's at the peak here right now, 1.3 million subscribers. This ain't the time to leave unless you really ain't feeling the situation. Now, I know this is a big fallout, right? This is a big fallout. But at this point in the game right now, if there's a time to leave and say he's riding a wave, this ain't it right now. Because right now, she's at the highest. And there's nobody else in this space. Andrew Tate just got home. He's not going to reclaim the throne. That's all I'm saying here. Like if we put ourselves in these situations here, I'm just curious of all you guys think if, damn. Because I'm looking at myself personally, and I know how I do content here on YouTube. I would have gone in that studio, and after one show, I've been like, I can't do this. Because I know how I am deep down inside. Even I would have to get liquored up for every show. That would be the only way that I could do it. But even then, they'll get to a point with the liquor that I'll get into, like, I won't even drink liquor that's anger. I'll drink my wet, but there'll be a time I'm in a mood where I will be angry, and that alcohol will accentuate that. And I knew I couldn't do it no more. I'm just saying I put myself in that situation. I know that I could possibly be in the same boat. But at the same time, though, when he said that he knows some things early, I would have been out the game. But so Jay's like, Sarah gonna come with the receipts and just brother things gonna hit him with the false accusations. Rick Ross voice, yeah. If he was genuine, he would have did the right thing after she did the interview. That's not right here, T. Lee. You know why I'm telling you that? You don't have all the information. The video came out on Thursday. I know people who knew Thursday's yesterday. I know people who knew about the video since they said this was going to come out. They knew about this Monday or Tuesday. So TV, he already planned to leave after the interview. He even said that he felt that apology was disingenuous and she didn't even believe it. That video came out on Sunday. There's people saying that they knew that Sarah's video was coming Monday or Tuesday. They knew about this and he dropped it on Thursday. That's the situation here. So he did leave after the interview, T. Lee. He did. He just made his video to leave. But after Sunday, he was out. People knew about this as late as Tuesday. It just dropped yesterday. They knew about it as early as Monday. Said, oh, Sarah gonna do something, but I ain't gonna say nothing to see if he comes out with something. That was the word around YouTube streets here. That was the word around YouTube streets because I was even asking, what's Sarah gonna do? What's King Richard gonna do? And then the word was, hey, Sarah got something going on, man, but I don't know. It ain't good. And then he dropped it on yesterday. So he did leave after the interview, guys. Just want y'all to know that. It's just the fact that he recorded it, had to edit it, and then dropped it. Because he couldn't go to her studio and edit it no more. He had to do it at home. He had to do his own editing now. He couldn't go to Pearly's editors, T. Lee. Hey, if he had Pearly's editors, it would have been done by Monday. He would have had it out by Monday evening. But I don't think the editors would have liked that. They'd be like, hey, Sarah, you got to go, man. We're going to keep the masters on this one. You ain't dropping this one, man. You ain't dropping this one. He had to hire a new editor, T. Lee. He needed a new editor for this one. That's why I dropped on Thursday. Hey, it would have came out Sunday night if he had independent editors. He had to hire somebody new, brother. Let me stop, T. Lee. I just messing with you, man. Well, I'm being honest, but you know. Oh man. What time is it here? Oh Lord. Hey guys, I know I was on this late here. Man, I know I've been on this late here. Man, we were 3 hours into the game here, guys. Whew. You know what that means, guys? I'm gonna go. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna give you guys the rest of your Friday night. I'm sure these other content creators are saying too. I might be back tomorrow. I know I said that. April Fools. No. I'm gonna see if I can make it work. I'm gonna see if I can come around like 12 noon. I got some things to do, but I want to came up early. We'll see what I can do here. See if I can figure some things out. You know what I mean? We'll see. I can't guarantee it to you. We'll see if I can pull this off here, guys. You know, but this was fun. We're gonna get out of here. As always, comment, like, subscribe, click on the bell notification below. If you guys got any additional comments or questions, shoot them in the comment section. I'll try to hit back. I got a lot of comments to get back to. I got some emails to get back to and things of that nature, you know. So hold on, let me do this here really fast before I see if I didn't miss anything. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Sheila. The storm's coming. I got to move my car too. So I got to move some cars, Sheila. You know, hey, it's Chicago. We're supposed to get some tornadoes and hail tonight. It's ridiculous out here. You know, and we got some crazy weather. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna move some cars around before the storm really hits and everything. But as always, like, subscribe, click on the bell notification below. I'll see if I can get through tomorrow. If I can, make sure you check out the channel. Make sure notification ain't going out. Your boy's getting shadow banned. So we're still gonna be cooking. We're still gonna be working. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. As always, guys, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your true thoughts. You know, hey, also too, shout out to Andrew Tate who's back home. So it's gonna be some content. We got some stuff to talk about soon. When he gonna say something, it's a lot going on, guys. It's a lot going on. So you know, this game, it ain't going in. But as always, guys, I'm gonna go out here and give you a little money world. So we're gonna get out of here. But as always, I'm that dude named Dave, and now see y'all later, YouTube world. Y'all good. There we go. Yeah. I'll be good. I'll see y'all.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunático. Yeah. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.